This is Retro Sports Radio. Visit RetroSeasons.com for more sports history.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to New York Yankee Baseball. I'm Phil Rizzuto along with Bill White, Frank Messer, and John Gordon. As the Yankees play the final game of this four-game series with the Red Sox have won 2 of the first 3 games. And the Yankees will have Dave Righetti going today against John Tudor. And we'll be back with the starting lineups right after this.
They say a rainbow is a fleeting thing, but not when you capture it on Kodacolor 2 film from Kodak.
Capture all the colors in the rainbow, radiant colors that nature can paint for. Red that filled up the blue sky above. There's a film to capture all the stories you tell. Oh yeah, you know it's true. The great American storyteller is Kodak and you.
Look at this shot I got of a double rainbow over a waterfall.
Incredible. That's what I call vivid color.
That's what I call color from Kodacolor 2 film.
Color 2 film. For every kind of picture, Kodak has the right kind of film.
Oh yeah, you know it's true.
Kendall Motor Oil. The oil of racing champions Don Garlits, Hurley Haywood, and the choice of Dick Page. Who's Dick Page?
That's me.
But you're not.
No, I don't race, but I've got a big investment in my car, and I protect it with Kendall's Superb 100 gasoline-saving motor oil. Keeps my car running smooth and helps save gas.
Protect your investment with Kendall Confidence.
Kendall Superb 100 is available at all R&S Strauss stores. I've been telling you a lot lately about Yankees Franks, the great Franks you enjoy at Yankee Stadium. You know you can get Yankees Franks at your local supermarket, and you know they're made by Colonial, who have been famous for Colonial quality for over 50 years. Well, do you know that you get the same great quality in Colonial bacon? It's better tasting, leaner bacon that cooks up with the same great quality in every single slice. So if you like Yankees Franks, try Colonial bacon. It's better bacon, just like Colonial. Yankees Franks are the best Franks you can buy.
This program is authorized by the New York Yankees solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any publication, reproduction, or other use of the descriptions and or accounts of this game without the express written consent of the New York Yankees is prohibited. The announcers for this broadcast are paid by WPIX-TV, with the exception of John Gordon, who is an employee of the New York Yankees.
Well, here are the starting lineups for today's game. For the Boston Red Sox, Jerry Remy leads off at second base. Batting second and playing third, Wade Boggs. Jim Rice in left field, batting in the third spot. The cleanup batter in center field, Tony Armott. Dwight Evans will be in right field, batting fifth. The designated hitter, batting sixth, Reed Nichols. Dave Stapleton will be at first base, batting seventh. Doing the catching and batting eighth, Jeff Newman. And the shortstop, batting ninth, Glenn Hoffman. And as we told you on the mound, the left-hander, John Tudor. For the New York Yankees, there's been a change in the Yankees starting lineup. Bert Campaneris will lead off playing third. Greg Nettles, who is scheduled to play in bat second, has come up with conjunctivitis, also known as pink eye. So Greg will not be playing today. Don Mattingly will be at first base and bat second. In center field, batting third, Dave Winfield. So Winfield will be playing center today. Lou Piniella will be in left field, batting cleanup. The designated hitter, batting fifth, Don Baylor. Butch Weiniger doing the catching and batting sixth. In right field, back in action again, batting seventh, Steve Kemp. Roy Smalley will be the shortstop, batting eighth. And at second base, batting ninth, Andre Robinson. And on the mound for the New York Yankees will be Dave Righetti. Righetti has won 9, lost 3 with a 3.53 earned run average. So the Yankees right now are 2.5 games behind the league-leading Toronto Blue Jays. Toronto continues to play excellent ball, even though they were beaten by Seattle yesterday. But Toronto is a game ahead of Baltimore, 2 ahead of Detroit, 2.5 ahead of the Yankees, and the Red Sox are 4 behind. Milwaukee 5 and Cleveland 9.5. By the way, Today's color guard is from the United States Navy ship USS McCandless. And the national anthem is going to be played by the jazz great and our buddy Chuck Mangione and 5 members of the Other People parachute team. They'll bring the stars and stripes into center field as the anthem concludes, and that should be a glorious sight, watching those parachuters come down. And another very warm day here at Yankee Stadium. Bill White looks like he's got some scores over there that should be interesting.
Well, first, Scooter, the Yankee scoreboard is always brought to you by members only, makers of outerwear and spectator wear. In the American League, only 2 games going at this point. Chicago leading Minnesota 2-0 after 1, and the Tigers leading Baltimore 3-0 after 1.5. That ball game being played in Tiger Town. In the National League, the Mets are at Philadelphia for a night game. In the first of 2, it's Pittsburgh 7, the Cardinals 2 after 7. That ball game had been delayed by rain for 43 minutes. And Montreal is leading Chicago 4-0 after 3. That's also the first game of a doubleheader. And those are all the scores that we have as of now. The Yankee scoreboard has been brought to you by members only. You're in great company when you put on members only outerwear and spectator wear. They've got the style, the fit, and the colors that go anywhere, anytime. With members only, the company you keep is the best there is.
All right, William, thank you. And so we'll not interfere with the game. It's time for a few birthdays. Yes, it is. Becky Siegel, the mother of Al Siegel, who works at the Presscape in here many years, celebrating her 96th birthday at the Hebrew Home for the Aged at Riverdale. Happy birthday, Becky. How about this? I thought Becky was old in 96. Jeanette Polimac make that 99th birthday. Whose grandmother is that? Huh? Henry Polymac's grandmother. Wow, that's 2 good ones. On the 4th of July, don't forget George Steinbrenner's birthday today. Happy birthday, George, wherever you might be. And by the way, tonight, Yankee Doodle Dandy's going to be on with Jimmy Cagney. Don't miss that one. Here's a very unusual one. These people are from Liberia, South Africa. And they are sports fans. They have a little boy, and he was outside. I had my picture taken with him. His name is Augustiniak. That's after Mike Augustiniak of the Jets, their football player. Augustiniak Scooter Collins. And he was born on my birthday, September 25th, 1983. You know, he couldn't have been born then. He had to be born on 1982. But that's very unusual. Cute little kid. Had my picture taken. Mother says he looks just like you, Phil. Which was very nice. Also, now we go to some younger people. Happy birthday to Laney Savage, 12 years old, from Williamsport, Pennsylvania. And also, I was supposed to do this on television, but I'm not going to be on TV today. Bruce Dalton, who is the slow-mo man, cameraman. Maybe Bill White can do that later. That was a special request by Don Carney, by the way. See, on a day like this, he says, I don't care how many birthdays you do. Got a couple extras here. Still got time. Wally Lewicki is 14 today. He's the son of one of the paramedics with the Yonkers Police Force. Happy birthday, Wally. Jimmy Miali is recovering from spinal surgery at the Westchester County Medical Center. And wait a minute. The parachutists, everybody looking up, looks like the parachutists are coming in.
Bringing birthday greetings.
They probably got a couple more for me. Where are they? Looking over. I hope they don't miss Yankee Stadium. That's the Other People parachute team. Will be flying in. And I don't don't blame everybody for looking up. You know, this area, this is not a big landing area. And so let's turn it over to Bob Shepard.
Charlie Brown and the gang will be camping out at McDonald's this summer.
You mean Snoopy will be sleeping on the roof between the golden arches?
Not exactly. You see, the camping adventures of the whole Peanuts gang have been captured on 5 16-ounce Camp Snoopy glasses, specially designed by Charles Schultz.
Ooh, pretty colors. I wonder if adults can go to Camp Snoopy.
Well, I don't see why not. If you hurry and get started, you can collect the whole set of glasses.
Well, good grief, I will.
Good grief.
Yeah.
I never heard you say that before.
I never had a reason to say it.
There'll be a different glass each week. Charlie Brown, Lucy, Linus, Woodstock.
And Snoopy?
Yes, Snoopy.
But he's not sleeping on the roof of McDonald's.
No, he's not sleeping.
Well, this is the first week of camp for the Peanuts gang, and already Charlie Brown wants to go home. So come to McDonald's and buy a Camp Snoopy glass for 59 cents, plus tax with the purchase of a medium or large soft drink, and take Charlie Brown home with you. But you better hurry. Charlie Brown won't stick around too long. Offer good at participating McDonald's while supplies last. Prices may vary. The crowd screaming as 4, now 5 of the other people parachuters team have landed at Yankee Stadium, each one carrying the American flag. I tell you, one of the most beautiful sights I've ever seen. And these kids are real pros. Fans really appreciate and enjoyed that show. Everyone a perfect landing as the Yankees take the field. Man, I tell you, you talk about a great way to get festivities off on the 4th of July. Seeing Old Glory coming down underneath a parachute, lapping in the breeze, and the youngsters packing up their parachutes and carrying them in. Boy, I tell you, they better get out of those uniforms, though. They got to be very, very hot. start for the 4th of July festivities here. Well, it's only 94 degrees at game time. I think it's quite a bit more uncomfortable than yesterday. The humidity seems to be a little higher. But nevertheless, Dave Righetti is going to have to hang in there. And even this series out, Righetti has won 9 and lost 3, as we told you. It looks like you got to keep the Red Sox off the board, at least for the first inning. They have been jumping on the Yankee starters and getting off to that lead, and the Yankees always playing catch-up baseball, which is very difficult. So Righetti will be working to Remy, Boggs, and Rice here in the top of the first inning. And so far, the crowd is disappointing. But hopefully there's a traffic jam outside and they're having a little trouble getting in. Well, Dave Righetti has completed his warm-up, planning a flip to Robinson, to Smalley, to Campaneris, back to Righetti. We're ready to go. Jerry Remy stepping in to lead off and ready to lead off for our group, Bill White.
All right, Scooter. Righetti trying for his 10th here this afternoon. He's won 9, lost 3. This is the second time he has faced the Red Sox. He was a loser back on June 24th. Gave up 5 runs on 7 hits and 5 in the third inning. So he's pitching to Jerry Remy. And the ball game is underway. First pitch to Remy. The fastball that's too high. Ball 1. Remy batting 249. No home runs. 25 runs batted in. Campanera shortens up for him at third base, and so does Mattingly at first. Righetti's 1-0 pitch to Remy. Swung on and missed. Yankee outfield. Manila playing near the line in left field and shallow. Winfield over toward left center and also in close, and the right fielder Steve Kemp have been in right center and playing shallow. 1-1 pitch to Remy. Fastball is called strike 2, 1-2. Steve Palermo is the home plate umpire. Rick Green is at first base. Jerry Neudecker at second base, and Al Clark over at third. Down 1 ball, 2 strikes on the left-handed hitting at Jerry Remy with Wade Boggs on deck. Righetti over the head with the 1-2 pitch. It's high, 2-2. Bill mentioned the Red Sox have taken 2 out of the 3 games played so far. We should probably say Tim Rice has taken 2 out of the 3 games. 4 home runs for the big left fielder. 2-2 to Jerry Remy. Swung on and fouled back. And Righetti gets to baseball. Eddie Hill's coaching third base for the Red Sox, and Tommy Harper coaching at first base. Final game of this 4-game series, and the Yankees' final game before the All-Star game. 2-2 to Remy. Swung on and fouled back up against the screen. Now remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. This year's All-Star game at Comiskey Park. You ever play an All-Star game there?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I did play an All-Star game there. And that was the year that Ted Williams went back for a Ralph Kiner fly ball and broke his elbow, left elbow, leaving and hit the auxiliary scoreboard out there.
Righetti's 2-2 pitch to Remy. Swung on and missed. High fastball. Jerry Remy goes down. Swings for the first down. So Dave Righetti fans Remy, and that'll bring on Wade Boggs.
You know, he threw them all fastballs. Bill never went to an off-speed pitch.
That's his 78th strikeout. Righetti leads the Yankee pitching staff in strikeouts. He has struck out 78 now. Ron Guidry has 65 strikeouts. And Shane Raleigh has struck out 62. Here's Boggs. He's tough to fan. Batting .361. No home runs, 34 runs batted in. And he takes the fastball. It's too high. Ball 1. On deck is Jim Rice, and he's been a one-man wrecking crew for the Red Sox in this series. 1-0 pitch to Boggs. Breaking ball in there. Called strike. It's 1-1.
Yeah, Rice has not had it. Well, no homer here is cheap unless you get it right down each time. He's hit him a left center and right center.
1-1 pitch. Check swing inside and high. They check the third base umpire Al Clark. Did not go too far. 2 balls and a strike on
I can't believe it.
Here's the 2-1 to Boggs. Swung on and missed. 1 out, nobody on, no score. Just underway from the stadium. The Yankees and the Boston Red Sox. A big 4th of July giveaway here at the stadium. A lot of Yankee caps. Thunderous. Here's the 2-2 to Boggs. Ball strike 3. Fastball cutting long on the outside corner. And there are 2 outs. And here's Jim Rice. Jim Rice has 6 base hits and 14 times at bat through the first 3 games. 4 of those 6 base hits home runs. And the fastball is sliced foul into the seats off the right side. Strike 1. Rice batting .299, 22 home runs and 58 runs batted in. Righetti working quickly with the 1-strike pitch, and he's high with it, 1-1. Rice leads the American League with 22 home runs. And he leads the American League in runs batted in with 58. Ron Kittle, that fine rookie for the White Sox, right behind him in both categories. Kittle has 18 home runs and 55 runs batted in. Ball is fouled off right side, just short of the upper deck. 1-2 on Jim Rice.
Righetti's challenging everybody with that fastball. He threw 1 breaking pitch to Boggs. That's all, but he tied up Rice on 2 good fastballs.
Righetti has struck out the first 2 and has a 1-ball, 2-strike count on Rice. He gets a sign, kicks and deals a 1-2 pitch. Just missed outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fans reacting to every Righetti pitch here. Yankees trying to even the series up a bit, the 2 games apiece. 2-2 to Rice. High ball, 3-2. On deck is Tony Armas, the center fielder. Now Righetti decides to take a walk on the backside of the mound. He'll go to the rosin bag. I'll mention the Yankees 2.5 games behind the Toronto Blue Jays. Yankees in 4th place now in the American League East. Here's the payoff pitch to Rice. Inside, ball 4 and Rice balls. And that'll bring up Tony Armas. The Blue Jays have won 43, lost 33. Baltimore a game back. They're in 2nd place. Tigers 2 back. And the Yankees 5 games over 500. They've won 40, lost 35. They're 2.5 back. Red Sox 4, Cleveland, Milwaukee 5, Cleveland 9.5. Here's Armas batting .241, 18 home runs and 48 runs batted in. Rice not a big lead at first. He's being held by Mattingly, and the fastball is a call strike to Armas.
A day like this, you don't like to see anybody walk anybody, but I don't think it's too bad an idea to walk Rice every time he comes up.
Every time?
Joe McCarthy's theory, never let the big man beat you.
Swing and a miss by Armas. No balls, 2 strikes.
I mean, I remember one game he walked Ted Williams 4 times, and he made his pitcher that day, I forget who it was, might have been Gomez, who didn't have a knuckleball, throw him all knuckleballs. He told him before the game, I don't want this man to hit a fastball today.
Why did he roll it up?
That's making a travesty of the game, right?
High, 1-2. Don't want him to hit. Thought he could have hit him, too.
Yeah, that's
the easy way to put him on. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Armas with Rice at first base. 2 outs, no score in the top half of the first inning. Has Righetti since. And the pitch. Swung and miss. Righetti strikes out the side. No runs, no hit to walk a man left after 1/2 inning of play. Red Sox hunting, and the Yankees are coming up.
If you've got the moves, we've got the sneaker. Pro Players.
Are you ready for players? Are you ready for action? When you're wearing
all-new Pro Player sneaker. New Pro Player's flaps. It's not a loafer, it's not a lacer. It's an all-new European-styled athletic shoe with flaps. They detach like magic. Just slip them on, attach the flaps, and you're ready for action with style. European style you'll wear for work and for play. New Pro Players flaps. You've got to see them to believe them. Get a pair today.
You bet you'll get some double takes. Pro Player, and you're moving out and looking great. Pro Players, get into Pro Players. Now you got what it takes. Are you ready, Pro Player? Are you ready?
New Pro Players flaps.
Pro Players are available at all metropolitan area Modell sporting goods stores.
Dave, are you on the phone with the foreign car dealer?
Yes, Lois?
Tell him you need a transmission appointment today.
I did. He said 2 weeks.
Then tell him it's an emergency. You're a volunteer fireman.
Hello, I'm a volunteer.
No, tell him I'm having a baby.
Hello, I'm a volunteer wife, and my baby is having a fireman.
Well?
2 weeks.
Come to Amco Transmissions. Amco fixes foreign car transmissions without an appointment. Our experts fix more of them than anyone, and we'll get your car back to you fast. Amco. Why go anywhere else?
All right, John Tudor ready to pitch to Bert Campaneris, Don Mattingly, and Dave Winfield. Here in the bottom of the first. William?
All right, Scooter. Campaneris batting .320, no home runs, 4 runs batted. The Yankees had Nettles scheduled to play, but he has an eye problem. And Campaneris is playing third, and Don Mattingly, who had been penciled in to lead off, moved down to the second slot. So it'll be Campaneris, Mattingly, and Winfield against the left-hander John Tudor. And the first pitch to Campaneris, but it fouled back on the screen. Bert trying to push the ball to the right side. So it's no balls and a strike on Campaneris. Tudor's won 5, lost 4. Won his only start against the Yankees at Fenway this year. Bunted foul again off first base. That'll make the Yankee dugout. No balls, 2 strikes on Campaneris.
By the way, William, this is the 207th happy birthday to the United States of America. That's right, 1776, right? Remember those days well.
Pitch is high. You reincarnated.
Yep. And it's a Yankee Doodle Day, somebody wrote down here.
1-2 pitch to Campaneris. Line, base hit left field. Campy around first base. He'll hold as Rice's throw goes into second. So Campaneris leads off with a single.
Shot it so often. Guy tries to bunt a couple of times, fouls him off and misses him, then gets a base hit.
And here's Don Mattingly. Mattingly hit his home run in Boston off Tudor. Pulled it down the right field line. So he's facing Tudor here with Campaneris at first base, nobody out. Don batting at .265. There goes Campaneris. Pitch is high. Throw down a second. Won't be in time. Campaneris got a walk and lead. Stole second.
He got a walking lead, even hesitated a step. That's his best way of stealing bases. And Tudor, even though he was looking right at him, didn't throw over there.
So Campy has stolen his third base of the year. He's also been caught 3 times. The pitch was high to Mattingly, so the count is 1 ball and no strikes. No score, playing the bottom half of the first inning. Now Tudor sets. And backs off, and time is called. Now we're ready. 1-0 pitch to Mattingly. Outside as he faked the bunt. It's 2 balls and no strikes. They're playing Mattingly straight away in the outfield. 2-0 pitch. Swung on, lifted to left. Rice started back, now flips the glasses on, comes in and makes the play. And Campaneris has to hold at second base. And there's 1 away. Dave Winfield, the batter. Winfield batting .244, 13 home runs and 46 runs batted in. Dave will represent the Yankees at this year's All-Star game in Chicago.
He'll be the only Yankee, right?
Now Ron Guidry has a bad back. He's been scratched, and Tippy Martinez of Baltimore will take Guidry's place. Dave's leading the American League in game-winning runs batted in. And Tudor checks Campaneris. Pitch to Winfield. Misses inside. Ball 1.
I see where Reggie Jackson's trying to get
that would rather have the 3 off days. Not you or me, but not other players.
A foul off first base. It's out of play. 1-1 on Winfield. Well, maybe his ribs are sore.
I think they are.
You think they are?
You know,
But there's some doubt.
No, I think
With Jackson's ego
with the batting average.
Yeah, but he wants to be in there. He wants to be introduced. That red light goes on.
Okay.
74 million people watching. He wants to be there.
I hope he is.
Count a ball and a strike on Winfield with Campaneris down at second and 1 away. Tudor's pitch. Swung on and missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Winfield. Dealing on deck is Lupinella. Late start here because of the festivities. Parachutists bringing in the American flag. Chuck Mangione.
Very good.
And the pitch misses inside, 2-2. Chuck will probably come up sometime during the ball game.
It's a great interview.
He's a Yankee fan, right?
Oh, yeah, really is.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Winfield with Campaneris down at second and 1 away. Tudor sets. 2-2 pitch. Outside. 3-2. I don't think this crowd's disappointing, Scooter. This is going to be around 40.
I know, but I thought they'd pack every seat.
There's
all the giveaways.
beaches around here, you know.
Yes, I know it.
Here's the 3-2 pitch to Winfield. And it's high. Ball 4. Winfield walks. Let's take a 10-second Longines timeout on the New York Yankee Radio Network. Longines is the official timekeeper of the 1984 Olympics in Los Angeles.
It's the wit and wisdom of Ira Pistel, overnight, here on Talk Radio 77.
WABC, New York.
Campaneris down at second base. Winfield on at first with 1 away, and Lupinella's a batter. Lupinella batting .326, 2 home runs, 13 runs batted in. We're still in the bottom of the first, no score in the game. Don Baylor exercising in the on-deck circle as Tudor sets. And a fake throw back to second base with Remy sneaking in behind Campaneris. And Campy had to slide back in. No throw from Tudor. Both the second baseman, Remy, and the shortstop, Hoffman, shorten up a little bit towards second. Now the set. Remy once again sneaks in behind Campaneris, and this time Tudor backs out. And Pinella decides to take a walk as time is called. Don Zimmer coaching third for the Yankees, and Yogi Berra over at first base. As Pinella's back in, and Tudor's ready. Checks the runners. And the first pitch to Pinella. Misses outside, ball 1. After the All-Star break, the Yankees open up in Kansas City against the Royals. Then on to Minnesota. And back home. 1-0 to Pinella. Swung on line, right to the shortstop, Hoffman. He'll go over to second base, touch-up, and they have the double play. Campaneris forced stop behind Lou Pinella. No runs, 1 base hit, 1 man left on base. At the end of 1, the Yankees nothing, the Red Sox nothing.
AC Delco and 8 Auto Stores wants to remind you that in today's cars and trucks, the battery has many jobs to do. There are power windows and antennas to raise and lower, lights to light, windshield wipers, cruise control, radio tape deck, and rear window defrosters to power. The Delco Freedom 2 battery does all these jobs superbly and has plenty of reserve power to start your car time after time. And best of all, it never needs water. Stop by at any of the 8 Auto Stores located throughout the metropolitan area for your new Delco Freedom 2 battery. Call 212-381-0909 for the location nearest you.
The first place to turn is the Yellow Pages.
I'm in construction, and whenever I need something for my business, I turn to the Yellow Pages. I turn to the Manhattan Consumer Yellow Pages for things like temporary help or office supplies, and I turn to the New York County Business to Business Yellow Pages for heavy equipment, subcontractors,
birthday and John Gordon's birthday on July 7th. But Jonathan Tropp will probably be at the Motor Vehicle Bureau at 9 Thursday getting his learner's permit. And that's a hairy experience if you got kids just getting ready to get their permit.
Well, you're going to announce it when he passes. You're going to congratulate him
Yes,
on the
if
air.
he passes, but it took me 3 times to get my first license. Dad had bought
Horse and buggy?
No, but it was the old stick shift with the clutch, the old Ford Model A.
How'd you back the Morses up? Whoa, gee-aw.
Yeah, that was very easier than cars, Bill.
Here's Dwight Evans leading off against Dave Righetti in the second, and Righetti gets a breaking ball in for a strike. No score. We're in the top of the second. Evans, Nichols, and Stapleton, 3 right-handed batters to up against the Yankee left-hander Dave Righetti. And Righetti's one-strike pitch to Evans. It's low, 1-1. Dave struck out the side in the first. Although he walked Jim Rice, he got Remy Boggs and Armas. And he now has 80 strikeouts. The 1-1 pitch. Called strike 2. Fastball got the outside corner. Ball and 2 strikes on Evans. Yankees playing Evans straight away. There are 4 pitchers in the American League who've won 10 or more games. As the fastball is high to Evans, it's 2-2. Rick Honeycutt of Texas leads with 11. Dave Steve of Toronto has won 10 along with Rick Sutcliffe of Cleveland and Ron Guidry. Here's the 2-2 to Evans. Swung on and missed. Got him with a breaking ball. Righetti strikes out Evans. And that's the 4th strikeout for Dave Righetti. He's pitching like Guidry pitched about, what was that, 1977? 78. Guidry struck out all those people.
125 ball game.
Here's Reed Nichols, the designated hitter. Whoa!
Chuck Mangione! I can hear that flugelhorn. Holy cow, how you doing, Chuck? Oh,
Reed Nichols takes high, ball 1. Chuck, how you doing?
Bill and I really enjoy it.
Yes, that's a tough job playing the national anthem with the flugelhorn.
Yeah, the echo. Now, wait a minute. One thing, White.
That pitch is high.
You mentioned he had the Italian colors on. He's got a few too many in there. Some of them are not.
That's right. All right, I like that, Chuck. It's 2 balls, no strikes on Nichols. After all, the national anthem is everybody.
That's right. You're right.
Drill to right center field. Might be trouble on the run is Kemp, but he'll get there and make the play. And they're 2 outs. And that'll bring on Dave Stapleton. Stapleton batting .214, 3 home runs, 33 runs batted in. Rizzuto's checking out again.
Yeah. All right.
2 outs, nobody on, no score here in the second. No score in the ball game between the Yankees and the BOS Sox. And here's Righetti's first pitch to Stapleton. And it's taken for a strike.
That was the first ball anybody hit off. He had 5 strikeouts.
That's right.
Yeah.
You're gonna come up there. Join us. You just learn how to keep score. You got it made.
It's another journey to a rainbow right there, right?
Here, Righetti, he's ready. The 1-strike pitch to Dave Stapleton, and it's high, 1-1. Got Chuck Mangione with us up here in the booth. He did such a great job with the national anthem. And that's tough with the flugelhorn. 1-1 pitch, change up, taken low. It's 2-1.
Tell Chuck that Phil Pepe was very upset with the way we were pronouncing his name. Oh, good. That still came up with something, huh?
Yeah, he spelled it phonetically for Phil, and Phil has done a little bit better job.
Well,
He should know anyway.
You say spaghetti, spaghetti. You know what I mean?
Ball pop foul off first base. No play for the first baseman. That's Don Manley. Cannot get to it. Chuck, you've been following these 3 games with the Boston. Jim Rice has had a heck of a series.
Oh, he sure has. You know. But I'll tell you, the spirit in the Yankee clubhouse is one of cool, confidence.
Well, it always has been.
They're amazing, and I've never met such a wonderful group of guys with so much talent and yet so humble and really enjoy playing baseball. They're going to do it.
All right. 2-2 on Dave Stapleton. 2 outs, nobody on base. No score in the game. Top half the second inning. Righetti pitch. Breaking ball, swung on a miss. And that'll retire the side. 3 up, 3 down. We've been talking to Chuck Mangione and Chuck Cage. Good being with us.
Thank you. We're going to play the Canadian national anthem at the All-Star baseball game.
Perfect. We'll be looking at you.
Thank you.
And at the end of 1.5 innings of play, the Yankees nothing, Boston nothing.
But to the connoisseur, it is art and a good investment.
Some people can make an investment sound awfully good, maybe even a little too good to be true. But at Chemical, we offer you an investment that's truly sound. Chemical's money market account. In fact, it's so sound it's FDIC insured. And what's more, Chemical has consistently given you one of the highest money market rates around. And to make you feel even more secure, you'll have access to your money 24 hours a day through Chemical's cash machines. Mrs. Brown, I have a gentleman interested in the Milo sculpture.
Well, Mr. Hargrove, you have a gentleman interested in the cleaning lady's cart and today's garbage. The Milo's on the 3rd floor.
So open a Chemical money market account today. Minimum opening deposit $2,500. Average daily balance at $2,500 required to earn money market rates. Rates can change weekly. Terms for businesses differ. Withdrawal limitations apply. Chemical Bank. Member FDIC.
Lee Riders, the name says it all. Lee Riders, the finest jeans with the authentic Western cut since 1889. So let Martin Brothers Fashion and Sportswear stores show you what Lee can do for you with their authentic 100% cotton denim jeans. Lee Twill Straight Leg jeans in 12 colors, and Lee new ESP stretch jeans. Yes, let Martin Brothers Fashion and Sportswear stores and Lee be your first choice. Step into a tradition with Lee jeans at Martin Brothers Fashion and Sportswear stores in the Bronx, Westchester, Elizabeth, and Bayonne, New Jersey. Well, we got a very important birthday here that we missed on July 2nd, Bill White.
Papa Mangione, up in Rochester, 73 years old.
Oh, man. Happy birthday.
Yes, sir.
Little pasta, little vino that night.
Little Chianti.
Chuck says they celebrate all year long.
Well, that's the way to do it. Yep, here's Don Baylor against John Tudor, second inning, a scoreless ball game. And the curveball misses low to Baylor. It'll be Baylor, Weininger, and Kemp against left-hander John Tudor. So far, the story's been Dave Righetti. He has struck out 5. Fastball to Baylor's a strike, 1-1. Tudor with the 1-1 pitch to Baylor. And it's low, 2 balls and a strike. Butch Weininger's on deck. Baylor batting .298, 8 home runs, 32 runs batted in. Tudor working quickly with the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and pop foul. That'll come back toward the screen. Newman gets a late jump. Now he's coming back, but he'll run out of room. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Don Baylor. It's 2-2 on Baylor. And Tudor gets a new baseball. Looks at Newman for a sign. Now he's ready with the 2-2 delivery. Outside ball, 3-2. Campaneris led the ball game off with a single, then he stole second, but was doubled up when Piniella lined to Glenn Hoffman, the shortstop. Payoff pitch to Baylor. Swung on and fouled back. And the count remains 3-2.
Mangione, he's got to leave. He's going to draw the winners for all the gifts today.
Baylor lifts one to left. The Rice has room. Coming on. Still digging in now. With the glasses down, he makes the catch for the first out.
And we'll see Chuck downstairs. Let's hear it. Oh. Hey, Chuck, Chilone Menzimari, okay.
Butch Weininger in. And the first pitch to Butch, batting right-handed, is taken for a strike on the outside corner. No balls and a strike.
You know, 2 balls hit to left field, Bill. Rice had to come in. I know they were not hit that well, but still.
Well, Rice is not playing shallow. He plays a deep left. And the breaking ball is outside to Weiniger. It's 1-1. Butch batting .307, 5 home runs, 19 runs batted in. 1-1 pitch. Line, one hopper, through Boggs, down left field line. Weiniger around first base. He'll go to second. And Rice's throw will be into third base.
That was a tough chance for Boggs. That could very well be a double. I mean, that was a short up. Error 5. Man, that was a tough error.
Who was that coach at Gonzalez? What was his first name? That said good field, no hit.
Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. I'll think of it in a moment. He always...
Cuban fella.
Yep.
But I think with Boggs, we got good hit. He's having some problems with the leather. But he can hit that ball.
Oh, he can.
So Weiniger on at second base, a 2-base error charged to Wade Boggs, and that'll bring on Steve Kemp, the right fielder. Kemp is batting a .268, 9 home runs, 37 runs batted in, and he takes high, ball 1. Kemp shaken up a bit in the collision at home plate during the Baltimore series with Rick Dempsey when he got cut down at the plate. Tried to bowl Dempsey over, ran into a lot of plastic and other catching gear equipment.
Fouled back. It's 1-1. Don't see collisions at home plate anymore.
You what?
Don't see collisions at home plate anymore.
No. And that was one of the rare ones only because Dempsey got the ball in time. You got to kind of sidestep and try and swipe tag him, or you really get creamed.
1 ball, 1 strike on Kemp with Weiniger down at second. 1 away, no score. In the bottom of the second. The pitch is a curveball in for a called strike, 1 and 2.
You know, also, you see a lot of head first slides in the home, which I think is a terrible way to catch it above that.
Oh, yeah. Well, since they're not blocking the plate anymore, it doesn't make any difference. So they go up and get the ball and come back and try to tag you. 1-2.
Hit on the ground first base. It's a fair ball. Stapleton has it. Throws to the pitcher. Tudor covering. And they've got Kemp, and Weiniger moves to third base with 2 outs. That put out 3-1. Here's Roy Smalley. The Yankee shortstop's batting .280, 10 home runs, 31 runs batted in. Weiniger now at third with 2 outs. Tudor winds and deals to Smalley.
And it's high, ball 1. Weiniger walking a big lead off third base. And he stops. Pitch is a called strike on the inside corner. It's 1-1. Weiniger went a long way down the third base line.
I tell you, if he had a little speed, he could have stolen home. Tudor took a big, slow, deliberate windup.
The count, 1 ball, 1 strike on Roy Smalley. Now the pitch. Swung on and fouled back upon the screen, 1 and 2. Yankees nothing, the Red Sox nothing. Bottom half of the second inning. Tudor's 1-2 pitch to Smalley.
Hit on the ground off first base. It's a fair ball. Caught by Stapleton right on the bag. He touches up there, and that'll retire the side. No runs, no hits, and error and a man left. The play 2. Yankees nothing, the Red Sox nothing.
Listen as a man enters the most surprising back seat in driving. Hop in the back, Phil. Good morning, 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 morning. What's that? That is all the space in the back of this new Nissan Stanza. Presenting the roomy front-wheel drive Nissan Stanza at your Dodge dealer. It's the economy car with a cavernous back seat. But the real surprise is the way this beauty delivers. Sparkling performance and outstanding mileage. EPA estimated 31 mpg, 45 highway with 5 speed. Use 31 for comparison. Your mileage may differ. Highway mileage lower. Move over, Bill. I have to pick up Harry.
Hi, everybody. What's wrong? Oh, your first time in the back of a Nissan Stanza.
Nissan Stanza at your Datsun dealer now.
This spot's for you. There's no one else who does it quite the way you do. So here's to you. For all you do, you know the king of beers is coming down. For all you do. This spot's for you. This spot's for you. This spot's for you.
Anheuser-Busch.
St. Louis.
Top of the third inning, scoreless ball game. Only one hit in the game.
The Yankees have that. That was a single by Caberneris leading off the bottom of the first. And Righetti in 2 innings has struck out 5 of the 6 possible outs. One fly ball to right field by Reed Nichols. It'll be Jeff Newman, Glenn Hoffman, and then back to Jerry Remy, the top of the order, here in the top of the third. It's a big ball game for the Yankees prior to the All-Star break. I told you they trail by just 2.5 games going into today's action. And that would be a nice, comfortable spot to be in. Everybody get 3 days off to relax, get strong again. The pitch to Newman is in there, strike one call. Frank Messer has joined us.
Well, happy 4th of July, Scooter.
Yeah, thank you, Frank. We've been giving our greetings to... Oh, did he check it? No, he didn't. He swung 0-2. Newman can't believe it. I can't either. The ball hit home plate. Curveball that, there's the first base umpire, Rick Reed. He said he went around. Righetti threw a curveball that bounced off the plate. We'll look at it again. He stopped that swing. All right, but it's 0-2.
Which side of the radio are we looking at?
Oh, that's right. We got a monitor up here. I keep forgetting. Foul upstairs and out of play, high and deep down the right field line. So it's 0-2. Even the announcers enjoy a 3-day respite. Frank Messer.
Boy, you got that right. Be nice to go up in the mountains.
Oh, yeah, that's where you're heading. The 0-2 delivery outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Great to hear from Lou Goldstein.
Yeah, I'm going to go up and visit Lou and Jackie for the next 3 days. Paul Grossinger, the Edis family. Looking forward to it.
It's worth it just to hear Lou Goldstein do as Simon says. High, and it's 2-2. He's all excited. He's going to do a show down in New Orleans for the mentally retarded, I think.
Yeah, Special Olympics.
Yeah, he is really excited about that. All right, 2-2 now to Newman. The pitch struck him out. They asked the first base umpire this time. He said no. He went further that time with his swing than he did the first time.
He really did.
But things even up. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes now on Jeff Newman. Righetti's payoff pitch. Struck him out anyway. Holy cow, 6 strikeouts in just 2 1/3 innings.
Well, Righetti is strong.
I mean, he's striking them all out with fastball.
Yes. He's pumping that fastball up there. I really don't know. It's got to be mid-90s. Wouldn't you say?
It's got to be. Nobody has pulled the ball. Nichols fly to right. Even foul balls haven't pulled. There's a strike to Glenn Hoffman, the shortstop. Hoffman hitting .252, 1 home and 20 RBIs. Righetti rocks back, and the curve a little bit low, 1-1.
He's got a mean curveball.
The 1-1 delivery. Oh, he's swung at a pitch about a foot inside, a sharp breaking slider. Man, he is mean today, Frank Messer.
He really is. This is probably the best I've ever seen Righetti.
Oh, boy. And the fans, of course, hungry for strikeouts now. The windup, the pitch just missed the outside corner, 2-2.
Righetti's last start when he pitched his first Major League shutout against Baltimore was that last Wednesday. He didn't walk anybody and struck out 8 men in that ball game.
All right. Drags Righetti, winds. The pitch struck him out. Holy cow, another wicket slider down and in. His 7th strikeout of the ball game. That's unbelievable. And that'll bring up Jerry Remy, who struck out leading off the ball game. He has struck out some tough men to strike out, Remy and Boggs, who are contact hitters. All right, Campaneris moves in at third. And a pitch to Remy, fouled back and out of play, strike one. Greg Nettles was penciled in to start this game at third, but he has conjunctivitis. I don't know which eye, I forget which eye it is.
I don't recall. Usually if you get it in one, though, it will spread to the other.
Pitch is low, 1-1.
Conjunctivitis is highly contagious.
Yes, also called pink eye.
Well, they used to say when we were kids in school, if you looked at somebody that had pink eye, you would get it.
No kidding?
Oh, yeah, it is very, very contagious.
1-1 delivery outside 2 miles.
That was, of course, an old wives' tale. It was, you can't get it by looking, but it was, it is. It's. Remember what? A couple of years ago, Oscar Gamble was out for a while, suffering the same thing.
Very annoying. And if you're hitting up there, you don't want to have that blinking and kind of blurred vision. The 2-1 delivery. Bouncer hits a short. Smalley throws in time to get him. Nice play by Smalley as Campaneris had cut right in front of him. Almost blocked his vision. 3 up, 3 down, end of 2.5. It's the Red Sox nothing and the Yankees nothing.
You know, I've been quoted as saying I've spent almost as much of my life in Yankee Stadium as I have at home. And that's got to mean I love the Yankees. And I love what they're doing for the kids of our city with Frito-Lay, maker of Lay's and Ruffles brand potato chips. Through the Frito-Lay Yankees Challenge for Children, they're making it possible for the children at Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center to have a greater chance for a brighter future. Frito-Lay and the Yankees, teamed up for a better New York.
It's Sears Auto Centers. Come to Sears Auto Centers for super savings and service you can count on. Save on batteries, mufflers, and Prestone summer coolant. Save 23% on Sears heavy-duty shocks. They're on sale for just $9.88 fully installed. Sale ends July 23rd. Guardsman 21 bias ply white walls are on sale like our P155-80D12. A complete set of 4 tires is just $88 plus federal excise tax. Sears 50 batteries are $25 off. Regularly $64.99. They're on sale for $39.99 with trade-in. And you can always get a great buy on a Sears lifetime alignment. Just $49.99, and Sears will inspect and align the front end for as long as you own your car. And there's much, much more. So don't wait. Come in today and use your Sears credit card. It's your key to the store for super savings and great service. Yes, you can count on Sears, where we install confidence day and night. Available at most metro area stores. Well, you know, it was up there where the weather's nice and cool this afternoon toward upstate New York, listening to our Yankee game. Great Yankee fan. Very great friend of mine, High Agents, is celebrating his birthday today, and his son is here in the ballpark watching the ball game.
It's a great day to have a birthday, I'll tell you.
How about that? Born on the 4th of July.
Yep. Andre hits one deep to left field, right going back. Now he stops. You know the ball's not carried to left today, right?
No, it really isn't. The flags are blowing in from right toward the left field foul line.
By the way, Wright made that catch, but he started back as though it was going to be over his head and then stopped and had to come in to make the play. Andre hit it right on the nose.
One away now, Campaneris, who singled and stole second. His first time up. Pitch to Campy, bluffs the bunt, takes it low, ball 1. First time up, tried a bunt twice. Fouled him off and singled. Got something for us, huh, mister?
Mm-hmm.
All right, the pitch, he takes a strike, 1-1.
That would have been a good pitch to Bud right there, if he wanted to. The Yankee scoreboard is brought to you by members only, makers of outerwear and spectator wear.
The 1-1 pitch, a curve high, 2-1.
Minnesota 5, Chicago 2 at the end of 4. Detroit leads Baltimore 4-1 at the end of 3. Todd Cruz has homered for the Orioles' lone run in that ball game.
A little looper, and it's going to drop in right center field. Campaneris on with his second base hit. Campy just served that softly in the right center. Well, he had some acquisition at Todd Cruz, Frank, for Baltimore.
Well, he's done a good job for them. Pittsburgh beat St. Louis 7-2 in the first game of a holiday doubleheader in Pittsburgh. Rick Rhoden got the win. Jason Thompson homered. Second game, Cardinals failed to score. The Pirates are batting in the first. Neil Allen against Jim Bibby.
All right, Don Mattingly, the batter.
Throw to first. Campy back. Campy got a running start. His first stolen base. Now Shooter gets the sign. Another throw over there.
Montreal leads Chicago 6-1 at the end of 5.5. Home runs Andre Dawson, Gary Carter, and Dawson again. He's hit a pair. Backing up the pitching of Steve Rogers, going for his 12th win of the year. Other games are later starts.
All right, and still another throw over there.
The Yankee scoreboard has been brought to you by members only, makers of outerwear and spectator wear with the style, the fit, and the colors you'll want to wear everywhere. Look for the members only label that tells you it's the original at fine stores near you.
And 4 in a row he's thrown to first base. And you don't usually get Campy when he is standing still. He likes to get that kind of walking, running start. Big lead. Here's the pitch to the plate. The curve is over. Strike one call. Mattingly flied to left field his first time up. Now Shooter sets. And a pitch out, but he was not going. It's 1-1.
Mattingly can sort of sit on a fastball, don't you think?
You would think so with Campy at first. All right, Shooter sets again. Has a throw over to first, and Campy's back easily.
He really telegraphed that one. That was not his good move.
Nope. 5 times he's thrown over there now, trying to get Campaneris. He comes set. There's the 6th time, and none of them have been close. Fans getting a little upset. Mattingly steps back out. It's tough on a hitter when this happens. Try to get yourself psyched up and set the batter's box. Pitcher keeps throwing to first. All right, he's ready.
And there goes Campy. Good. Holy cow, why did Mattingly swing it? It's a pop-up. Campy's going to have to hustle to get back. They're going to double him. And they do. Holy cow, Campaneris had that bag stolen without having to slide. And Mattingly swung at it, popped it up into a double play. 4-4-1 for the double play. No runs, a hit, no errors, nobody left. At the end of 3, Red Sox nothing and the Yankees nothing.
Wendy.
Chocolate drink. It's got life. It's got 5 vitamins, 3 minerals, and a little bit of protein. No leading soft drink has Yoo-Hoo nutrition and great taste. Yoo-Hoo is the soft drink that really has life.
Now you can fly Eastern Airlines non-stop to Miami, Fort Lauderdale, or West Palm Beach for just $99 each way in coach, any Monday through Thursday, or Friday through Sunday for only $139. These low fares will be good through June 30th from all 3 of New York's major airports. On July 1st through September 6th, the $99 fare will go up, but just slightly to a low $119 each way in coach. Do remember, though, that seats are limited, and they're sure to go fast at these bargain fares. So plan ahead and make your reservations in advance. These fares are good on our non-stop flights only. And remember that Eastern offers more non-stops daily to the fabulous Gold Coast than any other airline. 24 altogether to Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and West Palm Beach. For full details or reservations, call your travel agent or call Eastern. For the 4th year in a row, the airline more passengers have flown than any other in the free world. And now let's take a 10 seconds Longines timeout on the New York Yankee Radio Network. Longines is the official timekeeper of the 1984 Olympics in Los Angeles.
For a unique view of the world and its problems, join Ray Bream at 3 a.m. here on Talk Radio 77.
Scoreless ball game through 3. The Yankees have the only 2 hits in the game, both owned by Bert Campaneris. The Red Sox third baseman, Wade Boggs, has made 1 error. And now Righetti will be pitching to Boggs, Rice, and Armas here in the top half of the 4th inning. Scooter?
All right, Frank. Only 2 men have been able to hit the ball off Righetti, and both have hit to the opposite field. Nichols fly to right, Remy, a left-hander, bounce to short. Boggs struck out his first time up, and Righetti's first pitch is high and tight, ball 1. Righetti already has 7 strikeouts in the ball game, 3 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third. Braggs comes back, and a drive to straightaway center. Winfield is there, backing up, reaches up. That ball was tagged.
I'll tell you, hung the breaking ball, I think, to him that time, Scooter, and he jumped all over it. Very seldom when you see Boggs even hit to straightaway center field.
Right.
Most everything is to left and left center.
All right, 1 away, and now Jim Rice, who walked his first time up.
Another 4th of July birthday, Jim Bozian over in Hackensack, born on the 4th of July. What a day to be born on, the birthday of our great country.
All right, Jim Rice. Told you had walked his first time up. And there's a high fly to right by Kemp with plenty of room. Moving in under it, makes the catch, 2 men around. You always breathe a lot easier when you get Rice out.
Especially the way he's hitting right now.
What a series he's had.
4 home runs. He's had 6 hits in now 15 at-bats in the series, and 4 of those 6 hits have been homers.
What a display of fireworks he's put on. Tony Armas struck out his first time up. 2 out, nobody on. And a bouncer hit slowly to third. Campaneris. Nice bounce throw in time to get him. Good play by Campy. Again, 3 up and 3 down, and at the end of 3.5. Red Sox nothing and the Yankees nothing.
The question isn't whether or not you need a new Nissan Sentra. The question is which one you need. Choose 40 hatchbacks, roomy 4-doors, family-sized wagons.
What a choice. I need it.
And if ultra mileage is what you need, the Nissan Sentra standard 2-door sedan is EPA estimated 35 mpg. 50 highway with 5 speeds. Use 35 for comparison. Your mileage may differ. Highway lower.
I need it.
This roomy 5-passenger front-wheel drive miracle could be the best value on the road. Sticker prices still just $49.49 for the standard 2-door sedan, excluding title, taxes, license, and destination charges.
We need this car.
Choose the Nissan Sentra you need at your Datsun dealer.
Baseball fans, head for the ballpark in your own official New York Yankee t-shirt. Available to you now from Arnold's Soft Sandwich Rolls. Details on packages and displays of Arnold's Soft Sandwich Rolls at your grocers. And step up to quality at Food Town with Arnold Rolls and a full variety of your favorite fixings for picnics and barbecues, including frankfurters, fresh ground meat, salads, pickles, cold cuts, charcoal, soda, and paper products. For warm weather eating, step up to quality with your favorite foods at Food Town, the supermarket. Well, it'll be Dave Winfield, Lou Piniella, and Don Baylor up for the Yankees here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. We talk about Rice's 22 home runs. He and Balboni lead the country, I think. Balboni hit his 22nd last night for Columbus.
Unbelievable. Steve Balboni, mild-mannered giant, just continues to powder that baseball. He's got to get a chance in the big league someplace. All right, Winfield swings and foul tips the ball straight strike one. He's been swinging at a lot of high pitches lately.
Yes, he has. He's been swinging at pitches out of the strike zone high. Of course, that word gets around. The pitchers know it. Of course, all the Boston pitchers know it because they have seen him in these 4 games.
The Bronx, USA is number 1 in the Big Apple. They got a good brochure on the Bronx right here. Yankee Stadium included in that, of course. Great places to go. Guide to dining in the Bronx. Cultural organizations of the Bronx.
Don't forget the Bronx Zoo.
And the Bronx Zoo, that is one of the big features of the Bronx. Winfield hits a high fly. Didn't hit it well. Amos moving in and to his left. Makes the catch. 1 man out.
You know, Rebecca took Mickey over to the Bronx Zoo about a week ago, and they really enjoyed it. Great attractions over there.
Oh, it really is something.
You know, they got an elephant ride. They'll let the kids get on an elephant and ride.
No kidding.
Yeah. They got a petting zoo over there.
All right. Lou Piniella, who hit a bullet to the shortstop, was turned into a double play his first time up. The left-handed shooter delivers to Piniella outside, ball 1. On deck, Don Baylor. Lou taking a lot of time between pitches. Doing it more this year than ever before. Now he's ready. And the pitch is right in there. Strike called 1-1. Lou turns around, walks out of the batter's box, comes back. Still not ready. He digs a hole and he fills it full of dirt, and then he digs it again.
Just can't get comfortable there, can he?
No, looks like Lou might be getting a note from the American League office like Hargrove did. The curve way high and outside, 2-1. He steps out again, checks his spike shoe, knocks a little dirt out. All right, the 2-1 delivery. Foul to the right side, back in the seats, out of play, 2-2. Make sure the umpire knows he's not quite ready. Now he's set. The 2-2 pitch. Foul upstairs and out of play right over our heads.
Looks like Lou's really backed off the plate now, Scooter.
Yes, it does. I said he does that, changes stances so often, according to who the pitcher is. Again, Lou puts the stop sign up. Doesn't want the pitcher to pitch while he's not looking. Now he's ready. And the 2-2 delivery. Foul to the right side. Back in the seats, out of play. And Lou will take another little stroll. Tugs at his batting glove. Checked the attendance while he was looking around.
Maybe he's got a new clause in his contract.
And again, the stop sign as he digs the hole a little deeper for the back foot. Now he's ready. And to his 2-2 delivery. Foul back off the umpire. That hit Steve Palermo solidly with a foul tip off the mask. And it's still 2-2.
Steve Palermo, as he opens both hands up, he still evidently works the plate without using a ball and strike indicator.
That's very unusual.
It is.
All right, once again, the 2-2 pitch. Foul back on the screen, out of play.
I've been told, that as long as Palermo's been around, he has not used the indicator, which is very unusual. I have to wonder if one of the other umpires might just keep one in case.
I would think so, because there are some times when scoreboard might be wrong. Would be a big argument.
Palermo keeps it in his mind, and one thing
I like a lot of things about Palermo, but one thing, after every pitch, he will indicate the ball strike count with his fingers, which is, I think, always good.
How about Jerry Newdecker? He lets you know on each pitch.
Yes.
The pitch again hit deep to left field. Rice has got room, though. Back near the warning track at the 387-foot sign makes the catch. Now, yesterday that ball would have been out of here.
Yes, it would have been. That ball would have been in the visiting bullpen yesterday.
Yep. 2 men out. That'll bring up Don Baylor, who flied to left his first time up. There have only been 2 hits in the ballgame, as Frank told you. Campaneris has both of them. Red Sox, no runs, no hits. They have made an error. Pitch to Baylor. Foul on an off-speed pitch, right off the end of the bat. Strike 1.
Tudor changes speeds very well.
Yeah, he and Righetti very smooth out there today. Curve way outside, 1-1. Each pitcher has walked only 1 man, though Tudor has not struck out anyone. Righetti has struck out 7. The 1-1 delivery, foul again off the end of the bat. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Indication Righetti has thrown probably more pitches than Tudor has.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Two out, nobody on, no score, bottom of the 4th. A foul upstairs and out of play. On deck, Butch Weiniger. And the 1-2 delivery. Fly ball left center, but Amos is going to get there. He's calling and makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down. At the end of 4, it's the Red Sox nothing and the Yankees nothing.
Hi, this is Whitey Ford for Telecom Plus. You know, people are always asking me what it takes to make a winning baseball team. I tell them that first you need talent, but second, and even more important, you need teamwork. That's what I like about Telecom Plus. 15,000 customers will tell you that Telecom Plus has the talent to design and install complete telephone systems, ranging in size from a small professional office to a giant corporation's headquarters, and that they can add components to give you a totally integrated office communication system whenever you need it. All this takes effective teamwork between the best professionals in the industry working together to install and service your equipment from a nearby base. They know how important a telephone is to your business. Always bet on talent and teamwork. Telecom Plus. Call 800-221-6095. In New York, call 212-392-7700. Tell them Whitey Ford sent you.
Lots of motor oils talk protection and mileage. I want proof. Here's proof. New York taxis drove over 250,000 punishing miles with no oil-related failures. That's Haviland Supreme 10W40 protection. And here's more proof. After 2 million miles of state trooper driving, no oil-related failures. That's Haviland Supreme protection. And here's even more proof. In fuel economy tests, it delivered improved mileage compared to a conventional 10W40 motor oil. Texaco Haviland Supreme. They've got the proof.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. John Gordon with you now as we bring you the top half of the 5th inning in the scoreless game here between the Red Sox and the Yankees. And game number 4 of this 4-game series. And, of course, the Yankees need a victory here this afternoon to square up in the series. Right now they trail by 2 games to 1. And the leadoff batter for the Sox will be number 24, Dwight Evans.
And he'll be followed by Reed Nichols and then Dave Stapleton. No score in the game, and the Yankees have the only 2 hits, both of them from Bert Campaneris, a single in the first inning, and Campy had a single in the 3rd inning. Been a couple of base runners. Jim Rice was a base runner back in the 1st on a walk. Dave Winfield reached in a walk in the 1st inning. Butch Weiniger reached in an error. Those are other base runners in the game. Evans struck out his first time up. Righetti through the first 4 innings of pitching.
has walked 1 and struck out 7. And the curve is inside. It's 1 ball and no strikes to count to Evans. Evans 4 for 11 in the series and currently hitting .232. 15 homers on the year. Swings and fouls one back to the netting. And a count into ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1 delivery. It's a fastball high. And it'll be 2 balls and 1 strike. Dave Righetti seeking to become the second 10-game winner for the Yankees. Ron Guidry has won 10 while losing 4. Here's a check swing, but Evans went around on it. Strike 2, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Righetti is number 4 in the American League in winning percentage with a 9-3 record. California's Bruce Keeson is number 1. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count to Evans, and here's the 2-2 delivery. A fastball fouled way up to the upper deck off to the right, and the count is holding at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, the Yankees and the rest of the major leagues are off tomorrow, Wednesday and Thursday. The All-Star break coming up. The All-Star game to be played Wednesday night in Chicago at Comiskey Park. Yankees resume action against Kansas City Friday night at KC, and of course we'll be there to broadcast. Here's the 2-2 delivery inside 3-2. Yankees open a 3-game series against the Kansas City Royals Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then a 3-game series against the Minnesota Twins. And then they're back home on the 14th of July against the Texas Rangers. 3-2 pay pitch. Swing! Strike 3. Strike him out of the fastball. 8 strikeouts in the game for Dave Righetti. Boy, he is pitching some game here this afternoon. Well, Righetti had 8 strikeouts in his last start, the shutout win over Baltimore. And he had 8 against Oakland back on the 28th of May, and when he beat the Athletics by a 5-2 score. Dave's career high is 11, and that was against the Boston Red Sox in the 1981 season. And you would have to say he certainly has a shot at that with 8 strikeouts in 4 1/3 innings pitching so far. Here's Reed Nichols, who is 0 for 1 in the game. He lines a foul down the left field line to the upper deck and out of play, and the count is a ball and a strike to Nichols. In the first 9 batters that Righetti faced and the first 8 outs, Reed Nichols was the only Red Sox batter that did not strike out. He flied to right fielder, Steve Kemp. And here's the 1-1 delivery. Change-up wide, 2 balls and 1 strike. Righetti struck out the side in the first. Remy, Boggs, and Armas. 2 in the second. Evans and Stapleton. 2 in the third. Newman and Hoffman. Remy batting for the second time in the 3rd inning. Grounded out short to first. Swing and a fly down the right field line. This one is curving foul. It'll be out of play. Chasing Steve Kemp, but no chance to get it, and the count holding at 2 balls and 2 strikes. No score in the game. The Red Sox and the Yankees in the Monday afternoon holiday special here. Good crowd on hand. Nichols batting with 1 down and nobody on. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Righetti to the line, and here's the pitch. Curve, line foul. Past Eddie Yost to the third base coaching box. And it's 2-2 still to count to Reed Nichols. Well, the Red Sox are making a bid to finish strong before the All-Star break. They're presently 38 and 37, 1 game over 500. They're only 4 games behind the division-leading Toronto Blue Jays. 2-2, and here's Righetti to the line of the pitch. Fastball, high and away. 3-2 and a full count. And the Yankees, of course, sitting in a very good position. They're presently 5 over 500 at 40 and 35. And trail the division-leading Blue Jays by just 2.5 games. 3-2 pay pitch. Inside ball 4. Missed for the fastball. Nichols draws the second walk. Given up by Dave Righetti. He's at first, and Dave Stapleton will be the hitter. Righetti is listed among the league leaders in the American League. He's tied for 3rd in the wins column with 9. He was number 5 in strikeouts with 77, but the 8 that he has now, giving him 85, puts him up into the number 4 spot, ahead of Lamar Hoyt. Here's the set and the pitch out, but the runner Nichols is holding, and it'll be ball 1 to Stapleton. Struck out swinging back in the second inning. Yankees nothing and the Red Sox nothing, and the Red Sox batting in the top half of the 5th. Dave Righetti to the right-handed hitting Dave Stapleton. Nichols with the lead, Mattingly holding. And here's the pitch. Curve is in, and it's 1 strike to count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Shane Raleigh is scheduled to open the road trip at Kansas City on Friday night. Shane 7-7 on the year after losing yesterday's game to the Red Sox. And he'll be pitching against Larry Gura. Righetti up high for a ball and 2-1. And Righetti is scheduled to pitch on Saturday against Bud Black. And Ron Guidry is scheduled to go on Sunday against Paul Splitard. Those are the pitching matchups for the Kansas City series on Friday night at Kansas City. 2 balls, 1 strike. The runner at first is Nichols, and Righetti will check him back to the bag with a pickoff move. And he's back safely. This is the first inning that Righetti has been behind the Red Sox batters. He was 3-2 to Evans and struck him out. 3-2 to Nichols, and he walked him. Now he's behind Stapleton at 2-1. There goes the runner to get him picked off. Mattingly to second, but tagged by Smalley in the outfield. So Dave Righetti erases the base runner with a beautiful pickoff move. 1-3-6. And out stealing will be Reed Nichols. 2 down in the inning, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike to count to Stapleton. Now the Red Sox, who are not a running team, they have only 11 stolen bases all season long. That's the 13th time they've been cut down attempting to steal. Here's the 2-1 to Stapleton. He bounds 1 foul past the third base coach, Eddie Yost. And it is a 2-2 count now to the right-handed hitting Red Sox first baseman. So Dave Righetti on a 2-2 delivery to Dave Stapleton. Should he reach, Jeff Newman would be next. And the pitch. Just missed outside with a fastball. And a full count of 3-2. Outfield plays Stapleton straight away. Stapleton has 5 hits in the series. And he came in with an 0 for 23 slate, fighting a season-long slump. 3-2, big pitch. Popped up in the infield, right behind the pitcher's mound. Campaneris, Robertson, and it's going to be Andre. Robertson makes the catch. Stapleton is out, and the inning is over, and that's going to be all for the Red Sox here in the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. And now, through 4.5 innings of play, it's the Red Sox nothing and the Yankees nothing.
Nice restaurant. Do you advertise in the Yellow Pages? Sure do. Have ever since I opened. How many directories do you advertise in? How many? 1? Why? Well, just because your business is in the city, that doesn't mean all your customers are. People who live in the suburbs come to the city for dinner. Commuters use Yellow Pages directories where they work and where they live. So if I advertise in different directories, I could get customers coming and going. Right. You should put your money in the book. The New York Telephone Yellow Pages in several directories. Because although 4 out of 5 adults turn to the Yellow Pages when they're ready to buy, they turn to different directories. And if they find me in all of them, my business could be much bigger. Yes, it's just one more way putting your money in the book. The New York Telephone Yellow Pages is money in the bank. Money in the book is money in the bank. New York Telephone.
Listen up, New York. I'm Lou Piniella. I'm just going to tell you about how the Yankees are helping our kids. Frito-Lay, makers of Lay's and Ruffles brand potato chips, is contributing $50 to the Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center for every run the Yankees score. I plan to be the biggest contributor, and I'm sure my teammates will be thinking the same. So cheer us on and buy Lay's and Ruffles brand potato chips. Together, Frito-Lay and the Yankees are teamed up for better New York. Be part of the fun and remember, every time you cheer us on, we'll send some good cheer to the kids in New York.
Well, the Yankees' lone representative in the All-Star game will be starting outfielder Dave Winfield. Ron Guidry was chosen to the All-Star team, but because of back spasms, he was forced to relieve himself from the game, and he will not be in uniform Wednesday night at Comiskey Park. Don't forget now, the Yankees take on the Rangers for a 4-game weekend series to open the next homestand July 14th through the 17th, and the series will be highlighted by the annual Old Timers game on Saturday, July 16th. Don't miss seeing your favorite old timers, including the newest old timer, former Yankee Bobby Mercer, who will participate in his first game. Here's Butch Reiniger to lead off the Yankee fifth inning, and swinging on the first pitch from John Tudor, he pops it in the air behind second base. Jerry Remy is out to make the grab for the out. There's one down on one pitch, and Kemp is stepping in before he bats. Let's take a 10-second Longines timeout on the New York Yankee Radio Network. Longines is the official timekeeper of the 1984 Olympics in Los Angeles.
Dr. Lawrence Balzer with advice for parents. Weekends at 9 a.m. here on Talk Radio 77.
This is Steve Kemp, who is 0 for 1 in the game. Swings and misses on a Tudor fastball. It came in on his hands, and it is no balls and 1 strike. Kemp bounced out to the first baseman, Stapleton. He made the play to pitcher Tudor covering at the bag, and is 0 for 1 in the game. Tudor right back, and the fastball is down low. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. No score in the game. The Yankees nothing, the Red Sox nothing, and here's the curve. It's in. Catches the inside corner, and it'll be 1 ball and 2 strikes to Steve Kemp. This is Kemp's first appearance in the Red Sox series. He's been out, bothered by a bruised tailbone. Left-handed hitter against the left-hander Tudor. Curve is wide, and 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yankees had a couple of base runners in the first inning, about their only real threat. Here's a line drive off the glove of Stapleton, the first baseman. He'll not be able to make the throw to Tudor covering at the bag, and Kemp is going to reach. And it'll be a hit for Steve Kemp. Now, Stapleton was moving to his left, trying to play the short hop on the low liner, and the ball kicked off his glove into foul territory. When Stapleton ran it down, he was right at the tarpaulin area. And he lost his balance momentarily and could not make a throw. Kemp has reached for the Yankees' 3rd hit of the game. And Roy Smalley is going to be the batter. Smalley swings at the first pitch from Tudor, pops it foul off to the right. Newman's coming over. He may have room. It's just out of play. It's beyond the Yankee dugout in the 3rd row of the box seats. Chuck Mangione almost got that one. He's sitting down there enjoying the game at the moment. It was part of his party that is with him that caught that souvenir baseball. So it's 1 strike to count to Smalley. Roy bounced to the first baseman, Stapleton, unassisted his first time up. He hit a ball right to the bag. Stapleton caught it and stepped on first to retire him. 1 strike. Now the set by Tudor, and he'll check the runner Kemp back to the bag at first. Tudor ready to pitch now as he sets and again throws to first, but Kemp is back in time. Here's the set, the look and the pitch, and a strike on the inside corner to Smalley. He takes it for strike 2, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Outfield playing Smalley straight away. The infield, of course, double play depth. They'd like to get something on the ground here. The Yankees have a base runner, Kemp at first. There's 1 out, and Tudor again will check the runner back to the bag. Again, the left-hander Tudor as he looks to the runner. Here's the pitch. Smalley swings and bounces one on the right side. It's a base hit. Off at second base is Kemp, and he'll hold there as Evans is up for the ball very quickly and makes a lob throw into Remy into the infield. Back-to-back base hits.
by Kemp and Smalley, and the Yankees have runners at first and second. One away, and Andre Robertson will be the hitter. That ball was just past a diving Jerry Remy at second base. And Andre stepping in. Robertson 0 for 1. He lined out to left fielder Jim Rice his first time up. So the Yankees threaten to take the lead here in the bottom half of the fifth inning. 2 on, 1 down, and the pitch. Robertson swings and fouls a fastball, backed it out of play, and strike one the count. Andre Robertson, the batter. Steve Kemp is at second base. And Roy Smalley behind him at first base. And the Yankees and the Red Sox in a scoreless game. Yankees have all the hits on the board. They have 4. The Red Sox are still looking for their first hit off of Dave Righetti. Now the set to look. And here's the Tudor pitch. Andre swings and fouls another fastball off to the upper deck, off to the right. And the count is no balls and 2 strikes to Andre Robertson. As he checks the runners, and the curve is wide. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. The Yankees had 2 on in the first inning. Campaneris opened the game with a single for the Yankees and then stole second base. Winfield walked, and with 2 on, Piniella lined out sharply to Hoffman, the shortstop. He turned it into an unassisted double play. Erasing Campaneris. Pounding ball on a base hit. It's the left, and Kemp is going to score. The Yankees will have the early lead here. Steve Kemp scores on an Andre Robertson hit to left, and the Yankees lead it 1-0. Smalley stops at second base. Yankees now have 5 hits in the game, and that's RBI number 14 on the year for Andre Robertson. The Yankees come up with 3 straight hits, all of them singles, and they have the first run in the game. They lead it 1-0, and here's Campaneris, who is 2 for 2. And the pitch, a fastball high and wide, 1 ball and no strikes. Campaneris singled to left in the first inning, and then looped a single into right center in the third inning. Smalley at second, Robertson at first, and still 1 out. Mattingly on deck. Here's the set by Tudor, pitch to Campaneris. Inside, ball 2, and 2 balls and no strikes. Kemp's base hit was a low liner that skipped off the glove of first baseman Dave Stapleton. Smalley's hit past a diving Jerry Remy into right field. And Robertson's hit on the left side past Hoffman and Boggs. Inside, ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes to count to Bert Campaneris. Well, Tudor is in danger now of loading the bases here with only 1 out in the inning. 3 balls, no strikes to count to Campaneris. Thus far, Tudor has walked only 1 in the game. That was Winfield back in the first inning. And the pitch. That's a strike on the inside corner. And it's 3 balls and 1 strike to count. Well, the Red Sox have Bob Stanley loosening up now in the bullpen. Now the set. Here's the 3-1 delivery as Tudor looks to the runners and pitches. Strike 2 at the letters on the outside corner. And a full count now, 3-2. So Campaneris takes a pair of strikes. And the count now 3 balls and 2 strikes. Smalley, the lead runner at second. Robertson behind him at first. Ready to work. Left-hander Tudor. Sets and pitches. High ball full. That'll load the bases. Campaneris is on at first. Robertson moves to second. Smalley is on to third. And the batter is going to be Don Mattingly. Well, here in the bottom of the fifth, the Yankees have the lead at 1-0. Andre Robertson's base hit to left scored Steve Kemp from second. And
the threat continues with the bases loaded, only one out, and the batter, Dan Mattingly, is 0 for 2 in the game. Fly to left, popped up. Second baseman Remy caught the ball. It ended up being a double play. And the pitch. It's high. 1 ball and no strikes. Curveball just missed upstairs to the left-handed hitting Mattingly. 1 ball, no strikes. Bases loaded. Lead runner at third, Roy Smalley. Full wind by Tudor. And here's the pitch. Mattingly swings and fouls it back to the upper deck. And a count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Winfield due up next. Everybody at a base for the Yankees. As Tudor works to the line, and a 1-1 to Mattingly. The curve is in for a strike, and it is now 1-2. Mattingly takes the curveball, and 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Mattingly steps back in. Tudor checks the lead runner, Smalley at third. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Swing! With strike 3, got him on a breaking pitch out of the strike zone. Mattingly is down. Strikeout number 1 in the game for left-hander John Tudor. And now here's the confrontation between John Tudor and Dave Winfield as Winfield steps in. Well, Winfield, 3 RBIs in the series, a 2-run homer on Saturday night, and he picked up an RBI on a ground out yesterday. 0 for 1 this afternoon. He walked in the first inning, and he flied to center fielder Tony Armas in the 4th. Tudor to the line, and here's the pitch to Winfield. Inside a ball and 1-0. And Tudor's got to be careful here. He can't afford to work too far behind Winfield. He has no place to put him. The count, 1 ball and no strikes. Smalley at third, Robertson at second, Kevin Harris at first. And the pitch. That's a strike at the letters on the inside corner, and the count is even at 1-1. Winfield took it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tudor trying to work out of a jam here in the 5th. Bases loaded and 2 away. Winfield trying to help the Yankees break the game open. They lead 1-0. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, and it's 1-2. Boy, Winfield had a cut at that fastball. Now Tudor has the advantage. Pitcher ahead of hitter at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Winfield has to be more protective of the plate. Outfield straight away for Winfield. They play him deep. And the line by Tudor. Here's the delivery. Popped it up. Foul ground. Newman coming back. He may have room. It's out of play. 7-8 rows up in the back seats off to the left. Winfield is still in there at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yankees get the first run of the game on a base hit from Andre Robertson. Scored Steve Kemp from second. Now Winfield steps out, then gets back in. He'll take his time. John Tudor standing tall on the mound. He's ready to work. Here's the 1-2 delivery. The pitch. Swing. Strike 3. Struck him out of the fastball. John Tudor really rears back and gets Winfield. Strikes out 2 in the inning. His first 2 in the game. At the end of 5, the Yankees won. The Red Sox nothing.
If not for you, there's no one else who does it quite the way you do. So if you know all you do, you know the king of this is coming through. Oh, all you do, it's not all you.
second. I use Generals. People who drive for a living demand tough tires like Generals. They depend on General radials for their family cars, too. I use General's Amerisport radials for their performance. Amerisport radials are General's breed of tough, with its wraparound tread that gives great traction and performance. I want my wife to have dependable tires, too. She has General Dual Steel 3s. General Dual Steel 3 radials, one of our top-of-the-line tires, steel-belted for long mileage, and radial designed for riding comfort. Generals, they're tough enough for me. I'll bet they're tough enough for you.
Sure Tire Company, located in Bricktown.
Well, the Yankees have the lead at 1-0 as the Red Sox come to bat in the top half of the sixth inning. A ground ball single on the left side that just made it through past Boggs and Hoffman and into left field, scoring Kemp from second base and the game's lone run thus far. Today's Martin Brothers lucky number is 493. Let me repeat the number, 493. If you are today's lucky number winner, go to your nearest Martin Brothers location with your card, and you'll receive a $50 gift certificate. Dave Righetti working to Jeff Newman, the leadoff batter for the Red Sox here in the top half of the sixth inning. And 1-0, the Yankees ahead. And the first pitch to Newman is outside the ball, 1 ball and no strikes. Newman struck out swinging in the third and is 0 for 1 in the game. Swinging a foul. This one will reach to the upper deck. Bounces off the facing and back down onto the screen. And a ball and a strike now to Jeff Newman. Red Sox and Yankees won't meet again until September. On the 19th, the Yankees have a series at Boston. Here's a fly to right. Kemp is there, and he's got it for the up. And there's one down. The leadoff batter, Jeff Newman, retired, and Glenn Hoffman will step in. And the Red Sox have their final appearance here at Yankee Stadium the very next week, September 27th through the 29th. All right, here's Hoffman, the number 9 batter in the order. 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. And a high fastball. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Dave Righetti. First 8 outs, 7 of them were strikeouts. And the pitch. Curve popped in the air. Weininger coming back, but it'll be out of play. It's on the screen, and the count is a ball and a strike now to Hoffman. Yankees and the Red Sox, final game of the 4-game series. The Yankees won the opener on Friday night, 12-8. Sox came back with wins Saturday night and yesterday afternoon. Curve foul to the upper deck off to the right, out of play. And the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes to Glenn Hoffman. Yankees have a run on 5 hits and no errors. The Red Sox, no runs, no hits, and they've made 1 error. Righetti pitching here in the 6th inning. 1 down and nobody on. Righetti rocks to the line, and here's the pitch. Just missed with a breaking pitch on the outside corner. And it's a 2-2 count now to Glenn Hoffman. Jerry Remy due up next. It's hitters 8, 9, and 1 in the order to face Righetti here in the top half of the 6th inning. Here's the line and the 2-2 delivery. Hoffman swings, loops one into shallow left. Tough play. Smalley back, and he makes a running grab. Roy Smalley running away from the infield and into shallow left. Over the head catch to retire Hoffman. 2 down in the inning, and the batter is going to be Jerry Remy, who was struck out and grounded to first. Well, I see they have a rain and wind delay in Detroit now with the Tigers-Orioles game. And Detroit is leading that game by Baltimore is leading by a 5-4 score. Todd Cruz just hit a home run for Baltimore. He's helped them since coming over from Seattle. Strike 1 to count to Remy, and here's the pitch. A slider outside, and it is 1-1.
Righetti has not pitched many sliders this afternoon. It's been mostly fastball and curveball. And he was using the curveball very effectively in the early innings. He struck out Evans and Hoffman on excellent breaking pitches. Real good curveballs. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. Remy went after a pitch out of the strike zone. But that's been a very typical Righetti pitcher today. That one really fired in there by Righetti. He's had some kind of fastball this afternoon. So it's 1-2 to count to Remy. 2 down, nobody on. The Red Sox batting here in the 6th inning, trailing 1-0. Remy swings and fouls a fastball to the upper deck off to the left, and it'll be a ball and 2 strikes still to the left-handed hitter. Winfield in center field is not playing Remy as pronounced as Mumphrey has been in earlier games of this series. Davis shaded toward left center. Here's a swing and a high pop to the shortstop. Third baseman Campanera is waving off Smalley now, and Campy makes the grab. And the cut of the infield, that's going to be all for Remy. And the Sox here in the 6th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. Righetti now in 4 of the 6 innings that he's pitched, retiring the side in order. At the end of 5 1/2, the Yankees won on the Red Sox 0.
Over the years, more fans have taken themselves out to New York Yankee ball games than to those of any other team in the history of baseball. Why such interest in one team? Maybe it's because that interest has been paid back with such a huge dividend. In the past 62 years, the Yankees have won more than half the American League pennants and more than a third of the World Series played, which just proves the old adage, if you give the folks what they want, they'll keep coming back. At Chemical Bank, we think that's the perfect formula for serving our customers. A formula that helps make the chemistry just right. So all of us at Chemical would like to salute the New York Yankees for being an inspiration to all of us who strive for the best. Chemical Bank, member FDIC.
Well, Yankee baseball fans, now you can get your own official Yankee t-shirt at a special New York Yankee offer from Arnold Soft Sandwich Rolls. See packages at your favorite Arnold grocer for details and step up to quality at Food Town with Arnold Rolls and a full variety of your favorite fixings for picnics and barbecues, including frankfurters, fresh ground meat, salads, pickles, cold cuts, charcoal, soda, and paper products. For warm weather eating, step up to quality with your favorite foods at Food Town, the supermarket. Well, we go now to the bottom half of the 6th inning. The Yankees holding a 1-0 lead, and the leadoff batter will be Lou Piniella. It's a hot day for Steve Palermo, the plate umpire, this afternoon. Ball players, of course, going through the paces here in the hot afternoon. 94 degrees at game time. That plate umpire, he's got as tough a job as anybody in the heat of the day. Steve Palermo was over to the dugout, getting a glass of water in between innings, perhaps that refreshes himself. All right, here's Piniella to lead it off now as the Yankees come to bat. This being the bottom half of the 6th inning. Piniella was out on a line drive his first time up and then flied to left. Deep fly ball, and Rice caught at the warning track. Second time up in the 4th inning. 0 for 2 in the game. Piniella had an opportunity in a low liner right up the middle, and Hoffman made a very good play. He moved to his left, caught it, and then doubled off Campaneris at second base. Piniella swings. There's a high fly, deep center field. Back. He got it. Warning track in deep center. The ball is normally caught back there, Bill. Yeah, Armloff gets a good jump on the ball. There's some question as to whether or not he might be able to play center field, but he certainly has not embarrassed himself. He's done an excellent job in this series. So Lou Piniella takes Tony Armas to the warning track and dead away center. Hit the ball over 400 feet.
But it's nothing more than a long out here at Yankee Stadium, and there's one away. Here's Don Baylor, who is 0 for 2, flying to left, flying to center.
And the pitch down low, and 1 ball, no strikes. Yankees have 5 hits in the game, 2 for Campaneris, and then they had consecutive singles by Kemp, Smalley, and Robertson. That produced the game's lone run in the 5th inning. Taylor swings, fouls a fastball to the upper deck, and it's a 2-strike count now. Don Baylor. Following Baylor will be Butch Weiniger. Here's the pitch. High blast, deep left field, way back. Catch 'em all, Don Baylor. Home run number 9 on the air for Baylor. To the left field seats, and the Yankees lead it by a 2-0 score. Home run of this series. And a 2-0 lead. Got a fastball and lined it into the left field seats. Batter now is Weiniger, and the pitch to him is a strike on the outside corner, and it's no balls and 1 strike. Red Sox have 9 homers in the series. They are homerless thus far today. A ball and a strike to count to Weiniger. Butch batting and 0 for 2 in the game. Reached in an air and popped to the second baseman, Remy. Down low, 2-1 the count. 6 hits in the game for the Yankees now. And the pitch. That's high, 3-1. Yankees now have hit 80 home runs. They're playing in their 76th game today. And they've hit 40 at home and 40 in the road. Fly to left. It's back and it's deep. Rice is right at the wall and makes the grab. Good catch. I don't know if he took a home run away from Weiniger or not, but he made a good grab. He did make a good catch. He went back to the wall and leaped and caught it. It would have been high off the wall. Rice probably plays deep in left field as you'll find here at this ballpark. He will not allow anything over his head going to be out of the ballpark. And Bob Stanley gets up and starts throwing again in the Red Sox bullpen. All right, here is Steve Kemp. Kemp swings at the first pitch and hits one on 1 hop to Stapleton. He knocks it down and then flips to the pitcher Tudor covering for the out, and the inning is over. That's going to be all now for the Yankees here in the 6th inning. They get a run on a hit, the homer by Baylor. No errors and nobody left, and at the end of 6 full, the Yankees lead the Red Sox 2-0.
Do you advertise your business in the New York Telephone Yellow Pages?
Oh, absolutely. 4 out of 5 adults turn to the Yellow Pages when they're ready to buy, so it makes sense to be there.
Ever think about running in the red?
Only too often.
No, I mean running a red ad in the Yellow Pages.
A red ad?
Sure. A red ad stands out. It gets noticed, attracts attention.
You're trying to say it gets red.
Right. The customers tend to see a red ad first and use it first. So if you want your business to stand out, put your money in the book. The New York Telephone Yellow Pages with a big, bright red ad.
In other words, a red ad in the Yellow Pages will bring in the green.
Yes. Right. It's just one more way putting your money in the book. The New York Telephone Yellow Pages is money in the bank.
Money in the book is money in the bank.
New York Telephone.
That's for you. There's no one else who does it quite the way you do. So here's to you. For all you do, you know it can't be this money in blue. For all you do. Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Let's take a 10-second Longines timeout on the New York Yankee Radio Network. Longines is the official timekeeper of the 1984 Olympics in Los Angeles.
Phyllis Eliasberg with consumer tips and counsel. Saturdays at noon here on Talk Radio 77.
Oh, Dave Righetti with a 2-0 lead going into the 7th inning. He'll face a fellow who right now is the toughest out in baseball. That's Wade Boggs, then Jim Rice, and Tony Armas. John?
All right, Bill. Boggs is 0 for 2 today. He took a called third strike his first time up, and he flied to center fielder Dave Winfield in the 4th inning. He hit the ball very well in the 4th, and Winfield, backtracking, made an over-the-head grab on a line drive. First pitch is high for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to count to Boggs. Hitters 2, 3, and 4 in the order for the Red Sox. They trail in the game 2-0. They've been out hit 6-0, and a curve is across, and it's a ball and a strike. Dave Righetti ready to work to the left-handed hitting Boggs. Here's the line by Righetti and the pitch. That one's way high, and off the glove of Weiniger. Back behind home plate, 2-1 to count. Fastball got away from Righetti. Winfield shaded toward left center for the left-handed hitting Boggs. Campaneris is even with the bag at third. And Smalley is over to his right at shortstop. Here's the line by Righetti now in the 2-1 delivery. Check swing, but he made contact with a foul tip, and it's 2-2. Righetti got a break there. That pitch was out of the strike zone. But Boggs could not draw the bat back in time, make some contact, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. We're in the 7th, and Dave Righetti pitching to Wade Boggs, the leadoff batter. 2-strike delivery, another check swing, and a foul backing out of play. That pitch was out of the strike zone. Again, Boggs having trouble getting the bat out of the way. So the 2-2 count holds to Wade Boggs. Here's the line now as Righetti rocks and fires. Curve is hit in the air to center. Winfield is back. He's there, and he's got it. On down. Another well-stroked ball by Wade Boggs, but to the glove of Dave Winfield in center field. And here's Jim Rice. Walked in the 1st inning and flying to right field in the 4th inning. Righetti has walked 2. He's struck out 8. He has not fanned anybody since the first out of the 5th inning. Struck out Dwight Evans. Working to the Red Sox here in the 7th. 2-0, Yankees lead. Fastball high, 1 ball and no strikes. And to the line, here's the 1-0 delivery. Wide, 2 balls and no strikes. Left-hander Righetti rocks to the line, and here's the pitch. That's low and inside. It's away from Weiniger, and Righetti is way behind Rice now at 3-0. Jim Rice will be dressing out for the All-Star game on Wednesday night. Comiskey Park in Chicago. He is not one of the starting outfielders. Here is the 3-0 delivery at the green light. Swings and misses, and 3-1. Fastball. Three balls, 1 strike to count. Here's the line now by the left-hander Righetti, and the pitch. That's high, ball 4. Although I guess he might start with Reggie Jackson out now. Harvey Keene will have a decision to make, and I don't see why he wouldn't start Rice the way he's been hitting.
I don't see why he wouldn't have started in the first place. He's having a better year than a lot of the people, and probably everybody who is starting. Maybe that's why the American League hasn't won in quite a while. They have a popularity contest. The other guys are sending players out there.
Mm-hmm. Well, the popular vote went to Reggie Jackson, Dave Winfield, and Fred Lynn, the starting outfielders. Swinging a foul by Armas and out of play, and it's no balls and 1 strike. 1 down, 1 on. Rice becomes a base runner for the 2nd time in the game. He's walked both times in the 1st and 7th innings now.
And the only other base runner for the Red Sox in the game, Reed Nichols, on a fifth inning walk. He was picked off trying to steal. Armas swings and misses, strike two. And Righetti's ahead at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, all the stars in the major leagues will be returning to the city and ballpark where it all started in the Midsummer's Classic, the All-Star game at Comiskey Park on Wednesday. First game played in 1933 in Chicago's Comiskey Park. Here's the 0-2 delivery, a pop-up foul. It'll reach to the upper deck off to the right, and the count holding at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Waiting to hit next to be Dwight Evans. Righetti working from a set position. Rice at first and 1 down. Infield double play depth. Here's the set. And the Righetti pitch. Bounding ball foul. To the Red Sox dugout off to the left, and the count holding at 0-2 to Armas. Yankees got a run in the 5th. Robertson singled home Kemp. A run in the 6th on a home run by Don Baylor. Baylor's 9th of the year. So Dave Righetti going all the way, as has his mound opponent John Tudor. Sets an 0-2s, and it's high. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. At first, Jim Rice. Now the look. Left-hander Righetti delivers. High and wide. 2-2 the count. Appears that Righetti still has the same zip on his fastball here in the 7th inning, but he just doesn't seem to have the location that he had in the early goings.
Let's not forget the temperature here, John Gordon, 94 degrees. At game time, I'm sure that's taking its toll a bit on Dave Righetti.
First 2 innings, but he struck out 5 of the 6 outs. He had some kind of location. Hit a bounding ball to short, should be 2. Smalley to Robertson 1. Out the relay. That's the double play, and the inning is over. So Righetti induces the double play ball off the bat of Tony Armas, and the twin killing retires the Sox in the 7th. No runs, no hits. No errors, nobody left. Everybody up for Eddie Layton, and take me out to the ball game here in the middle of the 7th inning with the score. The Yankees 2 and the Red Sox 0.
That knocking means another engine needs its knocks knocked out.
What am I going to do?
For a knockout like you, there's always hope. Try Texaco Super Unleaded, Texaco's highest octane unleaded gasoline. Higher octane helps knock out the knocks. Hey, knockout, how's your engine sound now?
Smooth, thanks to Texaco Super Unleaded.
Higher octane helps knock out the knocks.
You knocked me out, Bob.
Hey, you know what? What? Charlie Brown and the gang will be camping out at McDonald's this summer.
You mean Snoopy will be sleeping on the roof between the Golden Arches?
Not exactly. You see, the camping adventures of the whole Peanuts gang have been captured on 5 16-ounce Camp Snoopy glasses, specially designed by Charles Schultz.
Ooh, pretty colors. Well, I wonder if adults can go to Camp Snoopy.
Well, I don't see why not. If you hurry and get started, you can collect the whole set of glasses.
Well, good grief, I will.
Good grief?
Yeah.
I never heard you say that before.
I never had a reason to say it.
There'll be a different glass each week. Charlie Brown, Lucy, Linus, Woodstock.
And Snoopy? Yeah, Snoopy, but he's not sleeping on the roof of McDonald's.
No, he's not.
Now, this is the first week of camp for the Peanuts gang, and already Charlie Brown wants to go home. So come to McDonald's and buy a Camp Snoopy glass for 59 cents plus tax with the purchase of a medium or large soft drink. And take Charlie Brown home with you. But you better hurry. Charlie Brown won't stick around too long. Offer good at participating McDonald's while supplies last, and prices may vary. Well, we go to the bottom of the 7th, and the Yankees holding a 2-0 lead. Had a record-setting performance in baseball last night, Bill, out on the West Coast. The Texas Rangers scored 12 runs in the top of the 16th inning and won the game 16-4 over Oakland. Their 4th win in a row, and it was the most runs by one club in an extra inning setting a record that was held by the 1928 New York Yankees. They had scored 11 runs in an extra inning game against the Detroit Tigers back in 1928 on the 26th of July. Minnesota did it against Oakland in 1969.
Here's Tudor now to the right-handed hitting Roy Smalley. Hits a high fly to shallow left. Rice is playing deep, running in, and makes the catch for the out. Can you imagine scoring 12 runs in an extra inning game?
That's quite a few hits. Quite a few runs in any inning.
That's right.
Extra inning or within the ball game.
Quite a comeback for Oakland if they had won that one. Smalley is out on the opening pitch from Tudor on a fly to left, and here is Andre Robertson, who has the game's first RBI. He singled across Steve Kemp back in the fifth inning, and is 1 for 2 in the game. Yankees have 6 hits, and of the 6, 5 of them singles, and a home run from Don Baylor. He hit it in the sixth inning with nobody on, his 9th homer of the season. Andre swings and lofts a foul down the right field line. This one will go into the seats. A ball and a strike to Andre Robertson. Yankees got a run in the 5th, a run in the 6th. They lead 2-0. And we're in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Andre swings and fouls it off his left leg. He appears to be all right. Stung momentarily, and it is 1-2 the count. Yankees open a 3-game series against the Kansas City Royals following the All-Star break. And they meet the Royals at Kansas City Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday afternoon. Then they play at the Metrodome Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday against the Twins, and that will be the road trip. Pitch is down low, 2-2 the count to Andre Robertson. Return home here for a 10-day and 10-game road home stand against the Texas Rangers. Swinging a fly down the right field line. Here's Evans toward the foul line. He's there, makes the grab for the out. 2 down in the inning, and the batter is going to be Bert Campaneris. Play 4 games against the Rangers, 3 games against Minnesota, and 4 games against Kansas City. Be home for 11 days and 11 games. Campaneris 2 for 2 in the game. He walked his last time up. Yankees had a big threat going in the 5th. They got their first run on the hit by Robertson, and Campaneris walked to load the bases with 1 out. But Tudor really bore down and struck out Mattingly and Winfield. Campaneris fouls one to the upper deck, and the ball and a strike to count to Kempe. 2-0, Yankees lead. We're in the bottom half of the 7th, and here's John Tudor now to Bert Campaneris. He pitches high, and it's 2-1. 2-away, nobody on. Smalley, the leadoff batter, is flying to left, and Robertson is followed with a fly to right. Here's the 2-1 delivery. Andre Campaneris takes it high for ball 3, and 3-1 to count. Raleigh, Righetti, and Guidry are the 3 scheduled pitchers for the Yankees in the Kansas City series. Campaneris swings and misses, and 3-2 the count. Larry Gurr, who is considered to be a Yankee killer, will be pitching against Raleigh on Friday night. Kempe swings, loops one to right. Here's Evans coming on. He's there and makes the catch. And Campaneris is going to be the 3rd out of the Yankees' 7th. 3 up, 3 down, and that's all for the Yankees in the 7th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. Now through 7 innings of play, it's the Yankees 2 and the Red Sox nothing.
$29 to Boston on weekends. That's right, only $29. For just $29 each way in coach with no restrictions, you can fly Eastern to Boston's Logan Airport any Saturday or Sunday from nearby Newark Airport. Eastern offers a total of 2 nonstops up and 3 back, all featuring the same low $29 fare each way. And remember, you also have the option of Eastern's air shuttle to Boston, which leaves and arrives hourly all weekend long at New York's LaGuardia Airport. And the fare, you got it, just $29 each way till noon Sunday. And if you're enrolled in Eastern's frequent traveler bonus program, you get a 1,000-mile credit for every Newark or air shuttle flight you take to or from Boston. You'll get the bonus mileage weekdays, too. $29 fare and 1,000-mile credit. Savings like that will buy you a lot of Boston beans. For full details on Eastern's Newark or air shuttle service to Boston, call your travel agent or call Eastern. For the 4th year in a row, the airline more passengers have flown than any other in the world.
You were smart. You stopped at your grocery store before the game for Yankees Franks. If you did, you got the same great Frank you'd be enjoying here at the stadium. Colonial Yankees Franks. If you were even smarter, you picked up some Colonial bologna while you were at the store. Then you'd enjoy bologna with the same great Colonial quality you find in the Yankees Franks. Colonial's been famous for that quality for over 50 years, and you can taste the difference in Colonial Yankees Franks and Colonial bologna. Be smart. Don't settle for less than Colonial quality.
After 7 full innings of play, the Yankees have 2 runs, 6 hits. They've played airless baseball. And the Boston Red Sox, no runs on no base hits, and they've made 1 error. And here in the top of the 8th inning, Dave Righetti will be pitching to Dwight Evans, Reed Nichols, and Dave Stapleton. Yankees leading 2-0. They got a run in the 5th, and they added another one in the 6th on a solo home run by Don Baylor. Baylor's 9th home run of the year and his 33rd run batted in. Dave Righetti has struck out Evans twice. Evans was the last strikeout recorded by Righetti back in the 5th inning. And Evans also struck out in the 2nd. Dave with a total of 8. And he has walked 3. So Evans stands in. Evans batting .230, 15 home runs, 39 runs batted in. And here's the first pitch to Evans. Fastball hit down the right field line, going into the corner is Kemp. In the corner near the line, leaps up and leaps the catch. Steve Kemp went all the way to wall. Ball looked like it was in foul territory. Getting ready to go into the stands, and Steve Kemp leaped up, made the catch, and first base umpire Rick Reed all the way down in the corner with Kemp. Made the out call. So Kemp reaching into the first row of the seats down in right field. Takes the foot out in foul territory. That'll bring on Reed Nichols. To right field and he's walked, so he's over 1 in the game. Bob Shirley and Gossage get up down the Yankee bullpen. Yankees have a 2-0 lead playing the top half of the 8th inning. Nichols takes strike on the outside corner. Bert Campaneris, the third baseman. He's in even with the bag at third. Mattingly short, up just a little bit at first base. Red Sox have left just 1 runner on in this ballgame. That was in the 1st inning when Remy and Boggs struck out, Bryce walked, and Armand struck out. The 1-strike pitch. Low, it's 1-1 on Reed Nichols. On deck is Dave Stapleton, the first baseman. Getting a little overcast now here at the stadium. 1-1 pitch to Nichols. Swung on, hit the center field. Winfield moving back, backpedaling, and makes the catch. 2 out. And with these put outs, the Yankee fans get up and they give Dave Righetti a standing hold. Here's Dave Stapleton, the first baseman. Stapleton has struck out, popped up, he's 0 for 2. Nobody on. Yankees ahead 2-0 in the top of the 8th.
stores want to educate the consumer. Some offer the lowest prices, and others want to give you the best service. At Martin Brothers Fashion and Sportswear Stores, we do it all and more. Come into Martin Brothers Fashion and Sportswear Stores and see our tremendous collection of name brand fashions and designer sportswear, including the latest pockets in designer jeans. Martin Brothers Fashion and Sportswear Stores are conveniently located on Fordham Road in the Bronx, Westchester, Elizabeth, and Bayonne, New Jersey.
All right, let's take a look at the Yankees scoreboard, brought to you by members only, makers of outerwear and spectator wear. Night games tonight, Seattle at Toronto, Milwaukee at Cleveland, Kansas City at California, and Texas at Oakland. In the top of the ninth, Chicago batting. And right now, the White Sox are leading 10-6 over Minnesota. Walker and Kuntz have homered in the game. Walker for the White Sox, Kuntz for the Twins. And the wind and rain delay in the fifth inning. Baltimore is leading Detroit 5-4. Todd Cruz is homered for Baltimore. National League, Mets and Phillies play tonight. First of two, Pittsburgh beats St. Louis 7-2. In the second game, Cardinals lead it 8-1 at the end of 5. First of two, Montreal ends Chicago's win streak of 6-3. Montreal beating the Cubs. Second game just underway. Atlanta at Cincinnati. Los Angeles at Houston. San Francisco at San Diego later on. Bill?
Pitches one strike on Mattingly. He looks one to the shortstop. Backing up to the shortstop. Hoffman glasses down. He makes the catch, and there's one away. We're in the ninth inning. Bottom of the eighth inning, and the Yankees leading Boston 2-0. One out, nobody on.
All right, the Yankees scoreboard brought to you by members only, changing the look of America with outerwear and spectator wear in the styles that fit your style, that fit to go with every move you make. So make it members only, make something happen for you.
All right, John, here's Dave Winfield. He has walked, fly to center, and struck out. Dave is 0 for 2 in the game. Righetti, by the way, in the ninth inning will have to pitch to Jeff Newman, Glenn Hoffman, and Jerry Remy with a 2-0 lead. Pitch to Winfield on the outside corner, strike one. And Winfield takes inside, 1-1. Pitch is fouled back by Winfield, and the ball flies. The bat flies out of Winfield's hand. 1-2, just missed the home plate umpire, Steve Palermo. The count, 1 ball and 2 strikes on Dave Winfield. With 1 out, nobody on. Yankees up 2-0. 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Yankees. Red Sox, no runs, no hits, 1 error. And we're in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Lou Pinella's on deck. Winfield taking his time getting back in the box. Now the 1-2. Swung on and fouled back upon the screen. And John Tudor, who has pitched an excellent game for the Red Sox, gets new baseball. Left-hander John Henry Johnson and Luis Saponte, a right-hander, warming up for the Sox. Tudor's 1-2 to Winfield. Swung on, high chopper short, backing up Hoffman. He's got a long throw, and bonus jumps first base by Table, and Winfield is safe. And Winfield gets a base hit. So Winfield on at first base with 1 away, and that'll bring on Lou Piniella. Pinella's 0 for 3 in the game. He lined into a double play in the first inning, flied to left field in the 4th, and fly deep to center field in the 6th inning. Lou batting .315, 2 home runs and 13 runs batted in. Moving on deck is Don Baylor. Stapleton holding Winfield at first base with 1 away as Tudor sets. And the pitch to Piniella, swung on, pop foul, coming back toward the Yankee dugout. Newman's back
back there and reaches in, and I believe he's got it. Palermo fell down, and the throw down to second base is not in time. Palermo fell down. He's hurt. Steve Palermo hustling back with that pop-up as Newman reached in the stands and made the catch. Palermo right with him, hit the retaining wall. He's down, and after the catch, Winfield went on to second base. And everybody's down around Steve Palermo, just under us. And looking in from center field would be just to the left of the Yankee dugout. A fine catch by Jeff Newman. He reached way in, made the catch, fell in, came out. And when he came out, he not only threw the baseball down to second base, but he had a fan's hat. Palermo, going running with Newman, slipped down and slipped into the retaining wall. He did not see Newman make the catch, but a fine grab by Jeff Newman. And Palermo is still down. Billy Martin down there along with the other umpires. Gene Monahan, the Yankee trainer there. Jeff Newman, who made the catch. Don Baylor and Lou Piniella, and also John Tudor. And we certainly hope that Steve Palermo is not hurt. And Palermo's up now. Ken Nigro, the Yankee publicist, has just given us the total attendance for this afternoon's game, 41,077. And for the four-game series with the Red Sox, a total of 147,37. So Palermo's up, and Jerry Neudecker and Al Clark and Rick Reed escorting him toward the Yankee dugout. I think they're trying to talk Steve into leaving the ball game. It's hot out there. Steve, of course, wants to stay in. He's going to stay in. And now Pinella's saying the ball wasn't caught cleanly. Pinella, after Palermo says, hey, I'm going to stay here and umpire, Pinella now wants to discuss that catch by Jeff Newman. And it's a put-out. So Newman makes a fine catch. That's out number 2. Winfield goes to second base after the catch. And Pinella has just broken his bat. He's quite upset, but it was a fine catch by Newman. Ball just eluded an outstretched arm to a fan there, and Newman made the catch cleanly. So Palermo is going to stay in this ball game. Looks like he might have injured his left wrist. Plus he got banged up pretty hard against the wall. And now they're going to put Don Baylor on intentionally. And the pitch to Butch Weiniger. Yankees lead 2-0. Winfield is down at second base. There are 2 outs. And Baylor will be intentionally passed here. Steve Palermo showing a lot of moxie, Frank Lesser saying in this ball game. Of course, he might realize the situation. Yes, I have to agree with that. There's ball 2 on Baylor. And here's ball 3. Baylor, we mentioned, had homered off John Tudor his last time up. And here's ball 4. Baylor intentionally passed to bring on Butch Weiniger. Weiniger 0 for 3. Got on an error by the third baseman, Wade Boggs. That was in the second inning. Popped to second base in the 5th and fly to left field in the 6th. So excellent speed on a base pass for the Yankees. Winfield down at second base. Baylor on at first with 2 down. Tudor delivers to Weiniger, and it's a called strike. Yankees 2 runs, 7 hits. The Red Sox no runs, no hit. 1 error in the ball game, led by the Sox third baseman Boggs. The 1-strike pitch to Weiniger. It's outside, 1-1. Last no-hitter pitched by Yankee back in 1956, 5th game of the World Series. The only perfect game in World Series history. Don Larsen against the Dodgers. Throw the first base after the pitch was wide, and Baylor dives back in. He's safe. 1951, Allie Reynolds pitched 2 no-hitters. Beat Cleveland on July 12th and Boston on September 28th. There's the 2-1 to Weininger. And it's a called strike, 2-2.
Well, that second one, Bill, the one where Yogi Berra did not catch the final out, foul pop, and the next pitch, same play, and he did catch it.
Is that Ted Williams batting?
Ted Williams batting.
First game of a doubleheader. Here's the 2-2, runners going, swung on and fouled back by Weininger, and the count remains 2-2. Winfield will have to go back to second, Baylor back to first. In 1936, Monty Pearson pitched a no-hitter against Cleveland. 1923, Sam Jones beat Philadelphia. 1917, George Mobridge beat Boston. And in 1910, Tommy Hughes beat Cleveland. It's like they're picking on Cleveland. Outside to Weininger, 3-2. On this 3-2 pitch. There they go in the pitch. Just missed outside. Children thought it was a strike. So did Tudor. Ball 4 bases loaded. Winfield at third. Baylor down at second. Weininger on at first. And the batter Steve Kemp. Against Tudor. Twice he's bounced to first base. He's also got a base hit off Sable's glove and scored on a single by Andre Robertson for the game's first run of the 5th inning. Yankees got their second run when Don Baylor hit his 9th home run of the year with nobody on in the 6th. Here's the first pitch to Kemp. Line base hit will go in the corner of right field. Winfield scores easily. Baylor will score. And Weininger will hold at third base. The Yankees now lead 4-0. And I believe that's going to be all for John Tudor. Ralph Hoff started out of the dugout, went back. Now Ralph is coming up. Big hit for Steve Kemp. A 2-run single giving the Yankees a 4-0 lead. So let's take a 10-second Longines timeout on the New York Yankee Radio Network. Longines is the official timekeeper of the 1984 Olympics in Los Angeles.
Start your day.
Bob Stanley, the new Red Sox pitcher, he comes in with runners at first and third at 2 down and pitches to Roy Smalley, who takes the strike on the outside corner. Stanley, of course, the ace of the Red Sox bullpen. He's making his 32nd appearance. He's won 5, lost 4, 16 saves. And he backs Smalley off inside with the best ball. It's 1-1. Big hit by Steve Kemp as he singled into the right field corner, driving in Winfield and Baylor. 1-1 pitch, slice foul in the mezzanine section off to the left. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Smalley. Smalley's 1 for 3 in the game, a single to right field back in the 5th inning. Now Stanley working quickly, deals a breaking ball. It's high, 2-2. Off third, Kemp off first. Here's a 2-2 to Smalley. Bounced off first base. It's a fair ball. Stapleton has it, and he'll tag the bag and make the put out on his distance. The Yankees pick up 2 more runs on just 2 base hits. And they leave 2 men on base. At the end of 8, the Yankees lead the Red Sox 4-0.
A cargo plane was cruising east at 19,000 feet when the door slid open, and a spinet piano exited. Mr. and Mrs. Miles Winninger were deep in sleep when the spinet made an unauthorized landing in their dining room. Fortunately, the Winningers had Sentry Plain Talk home insurance, which showed they had inflation-proof protection from fire, theft, storms, and flying pianos. If you own a home, call Sentry, where all's well, even when all isn't.
Dr. Wally Barnett, the Channel Home Doctor. You've been hearing me a lot on the radio lately, giving out home improvement tips and recommending Channel for do-it-yourself needs. upset because it's my job to know about home improvement. And it's Channel's job to have what you need and have it at a good price. Channel's got all the best brand names in lawn and garden, electrical, tools, plumbing, paint, lumber, and hardware. Everything you need to improve and protect your home, all under one roof. And Channel's got me, Dr. Wally, to give you free advice on all your do-it-yourself projects. You call me at 1-800-CHANNEL, and I'll do my best to answer any questions you might have. You know, when you get right down to it, if you're going to do it yourself, why go anywhere but Channel?
Think Channel. You'll find what you need and you'll find it on that Think Channel.
Well, we will be going to the ninth inning. Dave Righetti will work to Jeff Newman, Glenn Hoffman, and Jerry Remy. And what a 4th of July afternoon here at Yankee Stadium, Bill White. A crowd of 41,077 on hand. And the Yankees have passed the million mark in seasonal attendance, now with 1,009,156. And what an afternoon for Dave Righetti.
This could be a memorial afternoon, a memorable afternoon for this youngster. On Memorial Day. On the 4th of July, rather. Wait a minute. I'm getting upset.
I hope he doesn't get upset. First pitch to Newman. Swing and a miss on that high fastball. Strike one. Well, Palermo's hanging in there, too, behind the plate.
Yeah, he doesn't feel good. Yeah, I think his knee hurts him, his wrist hurts him, but he's staying in there.
Righetti kicks and deals. Newman takes high ball. Righetti has used mainly fastballs this afternoon. I believe Bill watching some of the game from the stands downstairs for the giveaways. 1-1 pitch. High. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Now the key, Frank, is not to try too hard. And just in case he does try too hard, the Yankees have Gossage warming up in the bullpen. I think Bob Shirley's behind him also throwing. So it's just Gossage.
The 2-1 pitch to Newman. High and away, ball 3.
Weininger probably should just calm him down a little bit.
Righetti has walked 3, struck out 8. Swing and a miss. 3-2 on Newman. Newman has struck out and flied to right. I don't think anybody has left this ballpark. 3-2 pitch to Newman. Foul back in the crowd.
Well, I know one who might have might be on the bridge.
Righetti looks to Weininger. Starts the motion. The kick. The pitch. Walked in. Pitch just inside. That'll be walk number 4 allowed by Righetti. You know, Bill White, those 2 runs the Yankees scored in the bottom half of the 8th, the 2 runs driven in by Kemp, are mighty, mighty big runs now for Righetti.
Big runs, Frank, because sometimes you tend to, I think, lose sight of the fact that, number 1, you want to win the ball game, and number 2, whatever other things positive that happen, you take them. And certainly be a big positive thing happening here.
All right, Glenn Hoffman, the batter, and the breaking ball is over. Strike one. Down at first base, Mattingly backs off, does not hold Newman on. Campaneris in even with a bag at third. Smalley and Robertson double play depth. The outfield spread. The ball foul back into the mezzanine. That could be quite a souvenir for one of the fans. Outfield is spread out, trying to guard all the exits, with Hoffman a spray hitter at the plate. He has struck out and popped up in 2 trips. The set by Righetti and the pitch. Swung on and grounded foul. Came in on his hands and he fouled it into the Red Sox dugout. Third base coach Eddie Yost claims the baseball, flips it back to the bat boy. No balls, 2 strikes. The count on Hoffman. Righetti struck out 3 in the first inning, 2 more in the second, 2 more in the third, and 1
one in the fifth. He has not struck out a man since he found Evans in the fifth. 0-2 pitch. High with the fastball. 1-2. Righetti has thrown a lot of pitches, but he threw more over the first 4 or 5 innings than he has in the later innings. Pitch on the way. Hit on the ground is short. Smalley has to Robertson out at second. Back to first. Safe at first base. Safe at first. Robertson drove Manningly off the bag to the right field side. And Hoffman is safe at first base.
Now, Don tried to keep that toe on the bag, just couldn't, and a good call by the first base umpire, Rick Reed. Watched the play all the way, and no argument from the Yankees. That was a tailor-made double play, simply an errant throw by Yankee second baseman Andre Robertson.
So there is one out. Hoffman at first. Mattingly again will play behind the runner with left hand hitting Jerry Remy at the plate. Remy is struck out, grounded out, and popped up. Righetti has his glove off, adjusting his belt or shirt.
I think Righetti's a little bit disappointed that the double play was not made behind him. Of course, he can't let that affect his pitching.
Nope. And the pitch to Remy.
Bouncing ball right side. Robertson goes to first out. Advancing to second base, Hoffman. Robertson made the right play.
Well, he wanted to make sure he got one sure, and he did that. Listen to these fans now.
Well, don't go away. This place may erupt any moment. Wade Boggs, the batter. He has struck out once, flied twice to Winfield in center.
And this is the toughest out in baseball today, Frank. This guy has 101 base hits.
They play him well around to the left side, although he's a left-hand hitter. He takes a pitch just outside.
Well, if Righetti's got anything left, he better go back and get it here.
A runner at second, 2 outs. Could be the biggest day of Righetti's career. At the belt, the pitch. Has the plate knee high, a strike call, 1-1. Fans are standing all over the stadium. 41,077 on this 4th of July, urging Righetti on. The pitch. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Strike 2, a ball and 2 strikes. Righetti circles around the mound, steps back up on top. Don't tell me he doesn't know it. There's never been a pitcher that did it that did not know it was coming. The 1-2 pitch. Foul back in the upper deck on the left side. A ball and 2 strikes, the count to Wade Boggs. Righetti asks for another baseball and gets it from Steve Palermo. Again circles around the mound to the third base side. Now up to the pitching rubber. Plants the left foot on the slab. Looks down to Weiniger. Hiding the ball behind the left hip. The set and the pitch. A ball a little bit high, and it's 2-2. The Yankees lead 4-0. Glenn Hoffman is at second base, 2 outs in the top of the 9th inning. And Dave Righetti on the threshold of making history here at Yankee Stadium. He sets the kick and the pitch. He struck him out! Righetti has pitched a no-hitter! Dave Righetti has pitched a no-hitter! He strikes out Boggs for the final out of the ball game. And the Yankees pour on the field to congratulate Dave Righetti. A no-hitter for Righetti.
Frank, that had not been done since 1956 when Don Larsen pitched his perfect game in the World Series against
the Brooklyn Dodgers, the then Brooklyn Dodgers. So the first Yankee to pitch a no-hitter since 1956, and this kid, with the temperature in the 90s, richly deserved this big win and the no-hitter. He's waving to the fans. They're all on their feet, giving him a standing ovation. A great game by Dave Righetti. Look at him. You like to see him happy like that.
Well, I tell you, if you can't get happy when you pitch a no-hitter, you're never going to be happy in your life.
They're still standing for Dave Righetti. He's out front of the Yankee dugout, waving his cap to the fans. And as you mentioned, Frank Messer, 41,077 here, and many of them still here as they are helping Dave Righetti celebrate his probably greatest moment in his baseball career.
I would have to think it would have to be his greatest moment, Bill. Let's see. I want to get double-checked on the scorecard, having been downstairs. I've got 4 walks given up by Righetti and 9 strikeouts as he ended the ball game as he started it. He struck out the first batter, Jerry Remy, went on to strike out the side in the first inning with a walk to Rice, and he ends the ball game by striking out Wade Boggs for his 9th strikeout in the game. So a no-hitter pitched here at Yankee Stadium by left-hander Dave Righetti as we witnessed history on this 4th of July, 1983 at Yankee Stadium here in New York. I'll be back with more on wrapping up this game. We'll have our regular post-game shows. The final score, the New York Yankees 4 and the Boston Red Sox nothing.
It's Sears Auto Centers.
Come into Sears Auto Centers for super savings.
And service you can count on.
Save on batteries, mufflers, and Prestone summer coolant.
Save 23% on Sears heavy-duty shocks.
They're on sale for just $9.88, fully installed. Sale ends July 23rd.
Guardsman 21 bias ply white walls are on sale.
Like our P155-80D12. A complete set of 4 tires is just $88, plus federal excise tax.
Sears 50 batteries are $25 off.
Regularly $64.99. They're on sale for $39.99 with trade-in.
And you can always get a great buy on a Sears lifetime alignment.
Just $49.99, and Sears will inspect and align the front end
for as long as you own your car.
And there's much, much more.
So don't wait. Come in today.
And use your Sears credit card. It's your key to the store.
For super savings and great service,
you can count on Sears,
where we install confidence.
Day and night.
Available at most metro area stores.
We will go back and look at the totals on the ball game for the New York Yankees. 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors, and 7 men left on base. For the Boston Red Sox, no runs, no hits, 1 error, and 2 men left on base. Dave Righetti, the winner, with a no-hitter. His record is 10-3. It was his 5th win against only 2 losses in his career against the Red Sox. And the losing pitcher, John Tudor, whose record evens up at 5 wins and 5 losses. Righetti, in pitching his no-hitter, walked 4 and struck out 9 men in the ball game. The fans are still hanging around. Chuck Mangione, who played our national anthem this afternoon and drew our prize winners, has just gone over to put his arms around Righetti as we view the scene on the dugout steps from our vantage point here in our Yankee radio broadcast booth. We, of course, have John Gordon in the dugout, and he'll be talking to Dave Righetti just as soon as we possibly can. Of course, Righetti, the focal point of all the media here at Yankee Stadium. Brian Ferguson will let me know when we're ready to get downstairs and hear from Dave. Let's go back and look at his no-hitter. In the first inning, he struck out Remy and Boggs, walked Rice, and struck out Armas. In the second inning, he retired the side in order. He struck out Evans. Reed Nichols hit a fly ball to right, the opposite field, and he struck out Stapleton. In the third inning, Righetti struck out Jeff Newman and Glenn Hoffman, and Jerry Remy grounded out to shortstop Smalley. In the fourth inning, 2 fly balls, Boggs to center, Rice to right. Armas became the first man to pull a ball off Righetti when he grounded down to third base. In the fifth inning, Righetti struck out Evans. He walked Nichols, Reed Nichols, and Nichols was picked off, caught stealing. The play going 1-3-6, and Stapleton popped up to second baseman Andre Robertson. In the sixth inning, Jeff Newman, a right-hand hitter, again hit the ball to the opposite field, a fly ball to right, caught by Kemp. Hoffman popped up to shortstop Smalley, and Jerry Remy, left-hand batter, popped up to third baseman Bert Campanaris. In the seventh inning, Wade Boggs flied to center. Righetti walked Jim Rice for the second time in the game, and then induced Tony Armas to ground into a 6-4-3, or shortstop to second to first, double play. The Red Sox went in order in the eighth inning. Dwight Evans fouled out to Steve Kemp down toward the right field corner. Reed Nichols flied to center, and Dave Stapleton popped up in foul ground to first baseman Don Mattingly. Now in the ninth inning, with the Yankees leading 4-0, Steve Kemp driving in a pair in the bottom half of the eighth, Righetti walked Jeff Newman leading off the inning. Glenn Hoffman hit a ground ball to shortstop Smalley. It looked like a double play. Smalley to Robertson. They got Newman at second. Robertson's throw to first base pulled Mattingly off the bag, and Hoffman reached. Jerry Remy grounded toward the hole between first and second. Robertson to the glove side, came up with the ball and fired to first for the sure out. Hoffman moving to second. And then Wade Boggs, who leads the major leagues in base hits with 101, was the batter who could spoil it for Righetti, and Righetti struck him out. His ninth strikeout of the ball game, and that is a man-by-man, batter-by-batter recap of Dave Righetti's no-hitter here at Yankee Stadium this afternoon. The Yankees did not really wear John Tudor out. The Red Sox southpaw had allowed only one hit and no runs until the bottom half of the fifth inning. Steve Kemp, an infield hit, moved up on a base hit by Smalley and scored on a base hit by Andre Robertson. And then Don Baylor in the sixth inning homered to the seats in left field to give the Yankees a 2-0 lead. In the eighth inning, with one out, Winfield a hit, 2 outs, an intentional walk to Baylor, a walk to Weininger, and Steve Kemp ripped a single to right to drive in 2 more runs, and the Yankees win it 4-0. But the story here at Yankee Stadium is Dave Righetti. Dave Righetti, a no-hitter, 4 walks, 9 strikeouts. Well, John Gordon down there in the dugout, a lot of excitement, I know, and you're waiting for Righetti to come over.
All right, Frank, and Dave is coming to us right at this moment. He had to take another curtain call. Well, left-hander, how you feel?
Oh, God, it's great. It's not sinking in yet, and even when I struck him out, I was just glad to get it over with. I didn't know. I was just in a daze there for a minute, and I thought Butch was going to kill me.
Let's go over the ninth. The walk to start things to catcher Jeff Newman.
Well, Jeff, I just wanted to challenge him and make a hit him fly ball right today, and the ball wasn't carrying, and the wind had a lot to do with things. And the way things were going, maybe they were nervous too, and I just said throw a strike and throw hard. And I happened to walk him, but I tried to battle him. And the next guy, Glenn Hoffman, Glenn's an aggressive hitter, and he broke up my hitter one time in Boston in the 7th inning on a pitch away. He drove to right. I wasn't going to let him get the bat out away from him. I tried to keep the ball down. He hit me a ground ball. We almost got a double play. And with Jerry, same way, keep the ball down, make him hit it in the ground, and take away his power that he does have. And we got another ground ball. And Wade hit the ball hard twice. And Wade's a great hitter, and he's always hit well against me, always got the bat on the ball. But I don't think he was looking for the slider there, and I just happened to throw 2 good ones where he really couldn't drive the ball. And guess I got an out.
You surely did. A strikeout. You didn't appear to use many breaking pitches in the 9th inning.
No, I think I used 3. The one on Hoffman and the 2 to Boggs. And not very many over the course of the ball game.
But yet it was a big pitch for you, especially in the early goings. You struck out Evans on a curveball, you struck out Hoffman on a curveball, and you really had that breaking pitch working for you in the early innings.
What I had was I kept it in for a change, and they pulled it foul instead of keeping it down third baseline, instead of keeping it fair. I made them just go ahead and hit it foul or they were going to miss it. And I guess that was the key, and a decent fastball today and a whole lot of luck.
A little more than decent and a little bit more than a lot of luck. When did you start thinking no-hitter?
Second inning.
You realize you had that good of stuff that you might possibly pitch a no-hitter in today's ball game?
Those things are so unpredictable, but I had good enough stuff where I was going to keep them down. They weren't going to do the things they've been doing the last 3 days, and I was going to give the team a chance to score, and I did. That's where 9 innings of 4. They got 2 big runs in the 8th that made me not worry about a walk and a home run. It made me I could pitch now, and they had to hit my pitch.
You could really see your emotion in the 9th inning, the walking off of the mound, the getting back on, the deep breaths and what have you. It must have just been a tremendous inning for you.
Yeah, I was trying to get a deep breath. I was letting out a few whoos like that, and I was trying to get myself pumped up. Why not? Maybe I'll add an extra inch, and that'll get a pop-up or a ground ball. And I hope everybody had fun. It was a great 4th of July.
Yeah, it surely was. 2 more quick questions for you. Number 1, in a no-hitter, there's usually a great defensive play. Today, there was nothing near a great defensive play. Perhaps the catch that Smalley made in shallow left, which was almost routine, was the closest thing that Boston came to getting a hit in the ball game.
Yeah, Wade hit the ball hard twice, and I think Tony hit the ball hard to shortstop once, but basically I guess maybe they went out last night and painted the town, and maybe I caught him off guard. So
I don't think so. I think it was more of the stuff that Dave Righetti had today. Secondly, and I want to ask you, is there any superstition at all for you as far as the game was concerned in pitching the no-hitter? Were you superstitious at any time during the game?
A little bit. When there was a thing where I would think about it a little bit, I said, to hell with it. Nothing's going to stop me today. And it's my mom's birthday 2 days from now, and it would have been the same day as the All-Star game. I wanted to go to the All-Star game and represent Ronnie and the Yankees. And I didn't get a chance to, but I think my pitching showed that I deserved it, but I deserved to have a good year with the Yankees instead, and we'll win the World Series, and that's all I'll worry about.
There are going to be numerous phone calls tonight. What are some of the calls you're going to make? What are some of the calls you think you're going to receive?
Well, it's going to be tough to get me because I'm not going to be here. I'm leaving for the 4th of July. Myself and Greg Nels are going to go enjoy ourselves on the beach.
Okay. Well, have a good time. Congratulations, and just a great effort today. Nice going, left-hander.
Thank you.
Okay. Dave Righetti pitching a no-hitter here this afternoon to cap off just a tremendous explosion of a July 4th holiday. And let's turn it back upstairs now to Frank Messer.
All right, John Gordon, thank you very much, and a nice chat with a very, very happy Dave Righetti. And, I wonder what they might be thinking, the people that add to the All-Star roster. The thought just passed through my mind. How about having a no-hit pitcher representing the American League Wednesday? Well, anyway, we'll be back with more here at Yankee Stadium right after this commercial break.
The job's all behind you now, and what's in front? What else? An ice-cold, frosty mug of the king of beers. So play ball.
This one's for you, for all you do. The king of beers is coming through.
Yeah, just for you. That distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
For all you do.
This Bud's for you. Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
I've got $100,000 invested in this 18-wheeler, and I take good care of it. I use Kendall motor oil. So when my son asked me about motor oil for his new car, I told him about Kendall's Superb 100 gasoline-saving motor oil. Keeps his car running smooth and helps him save gas. So now we're both using Kendall. After all, it makes no sense to take chances with your investment.
Protect your investment with Kendall Confidence.
Kendall Superb 100 is available at all Pathmark supermarkets.
Cash Plus, win a lot of money. Cash Plus, live a lot of dreams. Cash Plus, a new instant winner from New York's lottery.
Our new instant game is Cash Plus, and for just $1, you can win $5,000 instantly. Pronto. Vite, like now. Cash Plus. Of course, that's probably small change to a big spender like you. So every week for 10 straight weeks, we're having a drawing so you can win a Mustang convertible, or even $50,000. Cash Plus. Still, even $50,000 won't really change your life, so we're having a special year-end bonus drawing for the players of Cash Plus in our next instant game to make sure somebody wins $1 million. Cash Plus, a new instant winner from New York Lottery. Cash Plus.
And now let's take a 10-second Longines timeout on the New York Yankee Radio Network. Longines is the official timekeeper of the 1984 Olympics in Los Angeles.
New York talks to Owen Spann, 10 to noon, here on Talk Radio 77.
WABC, New York.
Well, what more can be said? A no-hitter pitched by Dave Righetti here on this 4th of July afternoon. Temperature on the playing field had to be over 100 degrees. The official temperature at game time was 94, and out there with the sun beating down and the humidity, but Dave Righetti made history for himself and the New York Yankees. And what a birthday present for Yankee owner George Steinbrenner, whom we hope was listening to our ball game this afternoon on this, his birthday, as well as the birth date of this great country of ours. Dave Righetti, 4 walks, 9 strikeouts, and no hits, no runs by the Boston Red Sox. The Yankees, 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors, 7 men left on base. Don Baylor hit his 9th home run of the year for run number 2 for the Yankees. And the Red Sox, no runs, no hits, 1 error, and 2 men left on base. You know, it's sort of just thinking myself, this is the 3rd no-hitter I've seen. 1 pitched by Al Downing in the minor leagues, 1 pitched by Steve Barber and Stu Miller at Baltimore, and they lost the ball game 2-1. But this afternoon, a perfect effort by Dave, not a perfect game, a great effort by Dave Righetti. 4 walks, 9 strikeouts, and a no-hitter. His record now for the year, 10 wins and 3 losses. John Tudor, the loser, 5-5. Promotional consideration for this afternoon's game has been provided by Peters Bag Corporation, a manufacturer of soft-sided luggage, totes, garment carriers, and sport bags. For strong yet lightweight travel needs, choose from Peters Bag Fine Executive Series, or for the fashion-conscious, Sasan Travel Totes and Luggage. See these 2 great travel ensembles at your nearest JCPenney luggage department. And as my guests on the pregame show, the New York Yankee players will receive a pair of Pro Players sneakers. You too can find Pro Player sneakers for everyone in your family at your favorite shoe store or sporting goods store. Pro Players sneakers for
Rockwell salvage stores I hear so much about.
Yes, it is, sir. Gee, is that your Rolls Royce out there?
Yes, of course. Look here, I'm a very busy man. Please direct me to the sales items I've heard about that are 40 to 70% off the regular retail price.
But, sir, all of Rockwell's items are always 40 to 70% off. You see, Rockwell buys job lots, surplus, and seconds in such volume they're able to pass the savings on to the customer.
You mean all this houseware, glassware, hardware, and auto supplies are always this inexpensive?
That's right, sir. Rockwell has everything for inside and outside your home.
Excellent, my dear. I say, what a lucky find. The scooter will help me get around my mansion.
Hey, if you're so wealthy, why shop at Rockwell?
Because I wish to stay wealthy, my dear.
Rockwell Salvage in Queens on Atlantic Avenue, in Brooklyn on McDonald Avenue, in Linden, New Jersey on Route 1 and 9, and in East Brunswick, New Jersey on Route 18 and Hillsdale Road. Plenty of free parking, and all stores are open 7 days a week.
Rockwell Salvage, where even the rich shop.
And New Jersey authorized dealers. By AMCO Transmissions with AMCO. Why go anywhere else? And by the Lincoln Savings Bank. You'll get better thinking at the Lincoln. Good afternoon once again, everybody. I'm Frank Messer with John Gordon at Yankee Stadium as we wrap up a no-hit pitching performance by Yankee left-hander Dave Righetti. Righetti no-hitting the Red Sox. He walked 4, he struck out 9. The last no-hitter pitched by a Yankee pitcher was the perfect game
pitched by Don Larsen. That was the 5th game of the 1956 World Series. It happened on October 8th. That was the only perfect game in World Series history, and that was the last no-hitter pitched by a Yankee pitcher until this afternoon. And I have to credit my wife, Rebecca, with this phone call just to the booth a few moments ago, saying that, of course, Dave Righetti wears number 19, and so did Don Larsen. The last regular season no-hitter pitched by a Yankee was Allie Reynolds against the Boston Red Sox, September 28th, the first game of a doubleheader. In fact, in 1951, Allie Reynolds pitched 2 no-hitters, one against Cleveland on July 12th and the one against the Boston Red Sox on September 28th. We're going to go back and listen to some of the highlights on this afternoon's game right now, and we start in the 5th inning. It was a scoreless ball game, 1 out. Weiniger popped to the second baseman. Then Kemp had an infield hit, moved up on a base hit to right field by Roy Smalley, and the batter is Andre Robertson.
Bounding ball and a base hit. It's to left, and Kemp is going to score, and the Yankees will have the early lead here. So, Steve Kemp scores on an Andre Robertson hit to left, and the Yankees lead it 1-0.
Yes, the Yankees had a 1-0 lead. It was 1-0 when we went to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Lou Piniella flied to center field. 1 out, and with John Tudor pitching for the Boston Red Sox, the batter is Don Baylor.
High blast, deep left field, way back, touch 'em all, Don Baylor. Home run number 9 on the year for Baylor. To the left field seats, and the Yankees lead it by a 2-0 score.
Yes, 2-0, John Gordon, and now the bottom half of the 8th inning. Don Mattingly popped to the shortstop. Dave Winfield had an infield hit. Piniella fouled out to the catcher, a play on which plate umpire Steve Palermo was quite shaken up but would not leave the ball game. Winfield at first, Winfield went from first to second on the catch of that foul pop-up by catcher Jeff Newman. That dictated an intentional walk to Don Baylor with first base open. An unintentional walk to Butch Weiniger loaded the bases, and the batter is Steve Kemp.
Here's the first pitch to Kemp. Line, base hit, will go in the corner right field. Winfield scores easily. Baylor will score. And Weiniger will hold at third base. The Yankees now lead 4-0.
And, of course, there is another big highlight we have on tape of this ball game. We're going to save it for just a little bit later on. I'll be back with more of the wrap-up after these messages.
I've got a great family and a great job. I can't afford to waste my time shopping for bargains. In most cases, what seems like the best offer always has some strings attached. Same thing with banks and these new money market accounts. I knew my family needed one, but where? I turned to the Lincoln Savings Bank. No fanfare, no confusion. They gave me just what I needed, a darn good rate, old reliable FDIC insurance, and a great feeling of satisfaction. With a family of 4, you never can predict when you need some extra cash to solve a crisis or seize an opportunity. Lincoln's daily market account keeps our money available to us without penalty. It gives us total access to our money whenever we need it, as often as we need it. To a family that's always on the run, Lincoln is always there. If you don't have time to waste in the money market maze, call the Lincoln at 263-8000. That's the Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Mel Allen and Dick Cavett for Apple Computer.
Mel, who's baseball's most versatile player?
You could say Bert Campaneris. He once played all 9 positions in a single game.
Wow.
Well, who's your pick, Dick?
I'd say the remarkable Apple IIe personal computer.
How's that?
Well, it's now playing for several major league teams at the same time, helping to raise RBIs and lower ERAs. The IIe's a big hit in other fields, too, and at home. It's got more software and more applications for the home than any other personal computer. And right now, the Apple IIe is priced at a steal.
Well, how about that? Say, Dick, how about a Bert Campaneris autographed baseball for an Apple IIe?
No.
See your authorized Apple dealer at Transnet Corporation, Route 22 Union, and the Computer Center, Chestnut Ridge Road in Montvale.
Frito-Lay is contributing to the Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Research Fund in the name of the New York Yankees. $50 for each run the Yankees score this year. With the 4 runs the Yankees scored this afternoon, $200 will be contributed to the fund. The grand total now is $88,500. And now the New York Yankees Dugout Show is sponsored by Sergio Valenti, Jeans for the Natural Selection. We've turned things around a little bit this afternoon because John Gordon has already been in the dugout to chat with Dave Righetti immediately following the ball game. And, John, he had so much emotion was coming out just in his words, and you were just right there next to him.
It was really amazing. Halfway between a sentence, he just kind of paused and went, whew.
Yeah.
And I think that exemplifies the way that he was feeling and how long it's going to take for him to wind down. I did happen to go into the locker room afterwards. I wanted to see Butch Weiniger, the first no-hitter that Butch Weiniger has ever caught in the big leagues. And as thrilled as Dave Righetti is, Butch Weiniger is feeling the same emotion right along with him. And Butch was talking about the last out of the game, the strikeout of Boggs, and just saying how much he wanted to see Boggs strike out. He said, I was just hoping that he would strike out.
All right, now the highlight that we saved back for this portion of our broadcast. Let's go back and listen. The Yankees lead 4-0. Glenn Hoffman is at second base, 2 outs in the top of the 9th inning. And Dave Righetti on the threshold of making history here at Yankee Stadium. He sets the kick and the pitch. He struck him out! Righetti has pitched a no-hitter! Dave Righetti has pitched a no-hitter! He strikes out Boggs for the final out of the ball game. And the Yankees pour on the field to congratulate Dave Righetti. Well, that was quite a moment, John Gordon, just watching the entire team charge on the field. As Righetti told you, he thought Weiniger was going to crush him, I guess, as he put a bear hug around him.
And a beautiful call by you, too, Frank. Nice going. But, you know, it's something that Weiniger should mention that to a number of reporters and media people that were gathered around him downstairs about wanting to strike out Boggs. Of course, the leading hit man in the major leagues, and he's facing Righetti in the absolute confrontation of confrontations in the top of the 9th inning and the no-hit bid. Also had a chance to chat with Sammy Ellis just a little bit. And Sammy Ellis has been the man, of course, who has tutored Dave Righetti ever since the start of Righetti's New York Yankee career at Columbus, in New York, back down to Columbus again, back to New York, back down to Columbus and everything. And Sammy Ellis said, you know, it's amazing the way that this man has come of age now as a major league pitcher, to watch him pitch today. And this is, as Sammy said, kind of like it's fitting that he should pitch a no-hitter here at Yankee Stadium because he deserves it so much with a great pitching talent that he has.
Well, wasn't it just last year that Righetti was sent back down to Columbus to work under Sammy Ellis? Much to Dave's disappointment, I'm sure, at that time, but in the long run, everything's really paid off for him.
Yeah, it really has. And I just mentioned one other quick thing. The people that are around Dave Righetti right now, the television cameras, the radio reporters, the newspaper men, they're just huddled around him, walking back upstairs. And a youngster mentioned to me, he said, you know, it's going to take Righetti some 2 hours before he gets a shower, before he gets a chance to clean up a little bit and leave Yankee Stadium, because that's what it's all about as far as the opportunity in pitching a no-hitter and talking to the people down in the locker room, the press corps, the media corps. And he's just being swamped right now.
Oh, I'm sure he is, but I'm sure he's handling it very well. Dave Righetti, just 24 years of age, should have a great career in front of him. And I remember when the Yankees traded for Dave Righetti. We'll just mention the people in the trade. Mike Griffin, Paul Mirabello, Juan Beniquez, and Greg Jemison came to the Yankees for pitchers Sparky Lyle, Larry McCall, and Dave Rasich. Catcher Mike Heath, shortstop Domingo Ramos. There was also cash involved. That trade made in November 1978. But as I recall the trade, the Yankees refused to make the trade unless Righetti was part of it. George Steinbrenner insisted on Righetti. The entire front office insisted that Righetti be included in that trade, and that was the start of his Yankees career, coming here from the Texas Rangers.
A number of bottles of champagne are being delivered to the Yankee clubhouse right now, and they're going to Dave Righetti, Butch Weiniger, and the rest of the Yankees for what has been just a great moment in baseball history here at Yankee Stadium today.
I imagine that Mr. Steinbrenner's champagne bill will sort of skyrocket. I wouldn't be surprised if the Yankee owner didn't have champagne there for everybody in those huge Magnum bottles.
That's exactly right. Listen, you and Rebecca and the family have a real good 4th of July, and we'll look forward to seeing you when the Yankees open the road trip at Kansas City.
Okay, the same to you and Nancy and Gordy and Gene. Have
Thanks,
fun.
Frank. Everybody else, too.
Thank you. As most valuable player of this afternoon's game, Dave Righetti will receive a gift from the Sergio Valenti catalog, and I'll be back with more after this timeout.
It's a jungle out there, a world where you've got to be strong to survive. But the jungle has a law, survival of the fittest. And nothing fits your style like Sergio Valenti jeans. Sergio Valenti jeans have the fit that's bold, aggressive, confident, designed to bring out the beauty and the beast in you.
Sergio Valenti, survival of the fittest.
In a world that's cluttered with different species of jeans, the name Sergio Valenti stands out. You have to have everything working for you when you're out to stalk your prey. So trust your instincts and make your selections Sergio Valenti. Survival of the fittest, the natural selection.
Sergio Valenti, Sergio Valenti, Sergio Valenti, Sergio Valenti, Sergio Valenti, survival of the fittest.
Here again, the totals on the ball game for the Boston Red Sox. For the New York Yankees, let's start with them. The Yankees, 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors, 7 men left. The Red Sox, no runs, no hits, 1 error, 2 men left. A no-hitter for Dave Righetti, his 10th win of the year against 3 losses. John Tudor, the loser, 5-5, 1 home run in the ball game. Don Baylor hit his 9th of the year for New York. The New York Yankees wrap-up show has been sponsored by the Lincoln Savings Bank. You'll get better thinking at the Lincoln. By Apple Computers and participating New York and New Jersey authorized dealers. And by Amco Transmissions. With Amco, why go anywhere else? The New York Yankees scoreboard show is sponsored by Getty Unleaded Plus. Take your cap off to Getty. Well, with the Yankee win this afternoon, Toronto plays later, so the Yankees are 2 games at the moment behind the Toronto Blue Jays. Baltimore and Detroit were rained out, so the Yankees pull into a tie with Detroit for 3rd place, as both the Yankees and the Tigers now trail Toronto by 2. Baltimore is a game out. Let's take a look at games that were played this afternoon in the American League. The Chicago White Sox beat the Minnesota Twins 12-6. There were 29 hits in the ball game at the Dome in Minnesota, but only 2 home runs. Greg Walker hit his 6th for Chicago. Rusty Kuntz his 2nd for Minnesota. Chicago 12-6 over the Twins. Dennis Lamp, the winner, 5-5, and Jeff Lysander, the loser, 2-7. Baltimore and Detroit got 4 innings in, with Baltimore leading 5-4 at the end of 4. Wind and rain delay, and it just never let up, so they postponed that game in Detroit. The rest of the American League action will be tonight. Seattle at Toronto, Milwaukee at Cleveland, Kansas City at California, and Texas at Oakland. I'll be back with the National League after this from Getty.
Quick starts on cold winter mornings. Smooth carburation. Few internal engine sounds. Unhesitating response in high-speed acceleration. A highly developed flair for performance and economy. A new sports car from Japan or Germany? No. A gasoline from Getty. Getty Unleaded Plus. It's the unleaded gasoline that helps you get premium performance without paying a premium price. It helps smooth the knocks and silence the pings and helps relieve the strain on your wallet. Next time you need a fill-up, take your cap off to Getty. Unleaded Plus, our high-octane unleaded gasoline. Enjoy a luxury every economy-minded driver can afford. Getty Unleaded Plus. Unleaded Plus may not be available at some stations.
In the National League, the Mets will play down in Philadelphia tonight. There were 3 games this afternoon that we have scores on for you.
finals, that is. The Pittsburgh Pirates and St. Louis Cardinals played a doubleheader, and as so often happens, they split. The Pirates won the first game 7-2, 12 hits for Pittsburgh, 9 hits for St. Louis. Rick Rhoden went the distance for his 6th win of the year. He has lost 7. Jason Thompson had the game's only home run, his 11th. Pirates winning the first game 7-2. The Cardinals came back with a vengeance in the nightcap, winning 11-4. A grand slam home run by Darrell Porter highlighted the ball game for the Cardinals. Neil Allen went the distance to pick up the win. He's 5-8. Jim Bibby took the loss. He's 3-9. The Cardinals had 18 hits in the nightcap, so they split. Pittsburgh 7-2 in the opener. The Cardinals 11-4 in the nightcap. Montreal at Chicago for a doubleheader. The Expos won the first game 6-3. They got off with 3 runs in the very first inning as Andre Dawson and Gary Carter homered. Dawson hit his 2nd home run of the game and 17th of the season in the 3rd, and Montreal beat the Cubs 6-3. Steve Rogers the winner, 12-3, and Dick Ruthven the loser, 5-6. The second game is now in the 4th inning. Montreal leads by a score of 2-0. Scott Sanderson opposing Ferguson Jenkins. Cincinnati plays in Atlanta tonight, and Los Angeles will be at Houston, and the San Francisco Giants at San Diego in night games. Here at Yankee Stadium on this 4th of July, 1983, Dave Righetti made history. He pitched a no-hitter, the first no-hitter by a Yankee pitcher since Don Larsen's perfect game in the 1956 World Series. The Yankees beat the Red Sox 4-0, gaining a split in their 4-game series. A crowd of 41,077 on hand for the Classic. For the Yankees, 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors, 7 men left. And for the Boston Red Sox, no runs, no hits, 1 error, and 2 men left. Righetti walked 4 and struck out 9 in posting his 10th win of the year against only 3 losses, and he started and ended the game with a strikeout. The losing pitcher, John Tudor, his record 5-5. Congratulations, Dave Righetti. The New York Yankees Scoreboard Show has been sponsored by Getty Unleaded Plus. Take your cap off to Getty. For John Gordon, I'm Frank Messer. Happy birthday, America, and good afternoon, everybody.